Following program is intended for mature audiences. Well, maybe not mature, but probably shouldn't be consumed by those under the age of 21, or really anyone for that matter. The advice and opinions on this program do not reflect any rational thought that any person should have at any given moment, at any given time, and should be taken with blatant disregard. Here at Remotely Relevant, we make it a point to promote responsible consumption habits, know your limit, practice moderation, and under no circumstances should you drive under the influence. Please be safe.
Remotely relevant.
Listen to somebody or people who just don't have anything.
Remotely relevant.
I would never want to be stuck in a forest with a strange man.
Remotely relevant.
And it makes me laugh every time I watch it. But it makes me wonder, is anybody else watching still laughing at it?
Let's just believe. As long as we believe, we can manifest this to become huge. We have 100 million people watching us right now. Didn't you know that? Did you know that?
I had no idea that was happening.
I believe that she killed that dog, got herself a little lady boner, and decided, I need some more of this. Where is the goat?
I am in great pain. Please help me.
And it was the worst thing known to man. This stuff is horrible. It's bad. It'll never be good. There's nothing you can do to make this good.
Alcohol is a way of life. Alcohol is my way of life. And I aim to keep it.
Remotely relevant.
What is up? Welcome on in to Remotely Relevant.
You're frozen.
Frozen? I'll be back.
You're not frozen.
Oh, for me.
I'm good.
Thank you.
Hey, must be. Thanks for the likes, guys. Welcome on into Remotely Relevant. I am your host, Rick. We got Dan with us and Claudette as always. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up? We got a good show for you tonight. We're getting to something serious here in a minute. Got another AI update for you. And I'm going to tell you all how, I am a, self-proclaimed atheist, but I'm also a Christian. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But first, let's do what we always do. Some remote. What do you got, Toastmaster General Dan?
Nice, short and sweet this week. One we could use any occasion. Good toast.
Mm-hmm.
May we never regret this.
Cheers.
Short and sweet, yes. Very good. You can use that any day.
Yeah, right. Anything.
I like it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I got to get a cat out of my way.
Hello.
Yes,
What is that? Is that
that was Olaf.
yeah.
Let me, let us not regret this.
It's not.
And I'm sure we will not. I'm sure we
No
won't.
regrets.
But there is one thing that I regret, and that's, math. I hate math. We don't do math around here, right?
I do math every day.
Here,
I work in
around
accounting.
here.
Oh, not on the show.
I still don't do math.
Not usually.
No, we don't.
Doing,
This is a no math place.
okay.
And here's just another reason why.
If you hate math and numbers, I'm about to make you hate them much more. It is a widely known and settled fact amongst math people that 0.99999 infinitely repeating is equal to 1. And I don't mean it's really, really close to 1, or it might as well be 1 because it's infinitely close. No. This is 2 different ways of expressing the exact same number. People on message boards used to argue about this endlessly, but among experts, it's settled. And if you're going to ask me to explain how this can be possible, let me put it this way. This has its own Wikipedia page, and it's 8,000 words long. That's how long it takes to explain why 0.999999 is exactly 1. The closest I've ever come to explaining it is when somebody finally posted one of these memes saying that, well, if 0.33333 equals 1 over 3, 1/3, then
0.999 equals 3 over 3, which is 1.
But the real answer is that numbers are stupid and we shouldn't have them.
And I agree.
It's way harder to
We need
catalog
them.
shit without numbers, bro. Like,
We need them.
no,
We need them. They're stupid. We shouldn't have them, but we absolutely do need
Can
them.
you imagine if numbers just all of a sudden didn't exist?
Everything would fall apart.
Yeah,
Everything's numbers, man. Everything is numbers.
Then I
What
think
time
there'd be
be
just something
anywhere?
else
You
then.
wouldn't know fucking.
They would do it in
nothing.
another way.
How much you make?
That's all.
All right.
They would just
For
find
sure.
another way to do it without numbers. They would use something else.
But still, even
And it
then,
would
you get
still be numbers. Like
No,
you can't not.
no, it would. There'd be just a whole other way to doing it. Don't ask me what. I just know there would be.
there's yeah. Okay.
Well, no, if numbers
Alright.
ever existed, we would have a new way of doing things by now. That
Right.
didn't
That's
involve
what I'm
numbers.
just saying.
But
Yeah.
if they were to just vanish,
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
everything
right
falls
now,
apart.
right?
yeah,
Absolutely.
it'd be
All of it. Chaos, anarchy,
Chaos.
end of civilization as you know it.
That might not be a bad thing.
Nah, could be all right.
Yeah.
Remotely relevant.
Why is it on YouTube?
Make sure you are smashing that like button. Give us a follow. We are trying to gain as many followers as possible. That's kind of the whole name of the game here. But that's the first step of everything. Sharing. Sharing is caring. Do that. For sure. That helps us get followers. Gets our faces in front of their faces. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, but here we are. So let's do it. Let's get to some more. Everybody got anything going on?
No one will be thinking about that fucking math thing for the next 2 weeks.
Okay, Matt.
He's gonna be having that going on for a while here. He's gonna have math existential dread this whole show.
Oh, good.
Can't let it go, can you?
I can't. I
let it
can't
go.
now. I'm sitting here. I can't let it go.
It reminds me of Matt so much. Can't let shit go.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Mm,
What's going on?
No,
Well, I took
can't-
Charlie
Nothing
to the
in
vet.
our lives. What?
Took Charlie to the vet, and he's blind in one eye.
We knew that.
That's it. We didn't know that.
We knew that.
We knew that.
We
but
knew
didn't know,
it in our hearts
100%
and souls.
sure.
We
He
knew
was
it.
completely blind.
Bet you
Yeah,
Charlie
one eye.
knew it.
Yeah, he knows
Charlie.
it. He'd run sideways so he can see.
Actually, he might not. If he was born that way, that's
Those
just
are
normal to him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he doesn't know any different. He really doesn't. And I don't know. I'm sure he can see out of the other eye for sure, but I don't
He
really know
won't
how
have
much.
any different of a life than he would if he had
He's
two
cuter with that eye.
great.
Terrible
let him use a
to say,
firearm.
but he is. I named him Side-Eyed Charlie.
Well,
always
he's a
side-eyeing
dog
me.
and he can't get upset about it. So
He does not
He
care.
likes it.
Nobody start hating our page for making fun of dogs.
Not making fun. He loves me. I love that dog.
the biggest
so
lover of
anyway.
dogs is going to get canceled because she made fun of her own dog.
Come take her animals.
Probably. That stupid class. She's so mean.
Yeah. So Dan, you were sick
that's about all I
last
got
2
going
weeks
on.
ago, man.
Yeah, I had my birthday.
Was it bad?
I flew for it. It was pretty. I don't know. It might have been the COVID or whatever. I don't know. I don't test
COVID.
some shit. But
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the normal flu, but like the flu.
no,
with
it was.
COVID.
I don't know. And it.
10 times worse than the flu.
Yeah, like just
Yeah.
achy for days. Like I was just achy. Like no coughing, no wheezing, no. And then all of a sudden it hit my head and like it took me down.
Yeah.
Then I
We
missed.
figured.
That's
I left work early on Friday. I came home and I
Sucks.
laid down, fell asleep, and then I woke up and like I wake up for an hour and sleep for like 2 days. I did that. Fucked up my whole time schedule.
Yeah.
Sunday I
sounds
thought
like
I was
the
going to
COVID to me.
work, woke up and it was my birthday and I called in. Probably could have
Well,
worked.
were you thirsty? Like really thirsty?
Like,
Like,
I know I
dehydrated?
drink a lot of water, but I would
Yeah.
force myself to when I'm sick.
Yeah.
But I was glad it's
Kind
over.
of have to.
Oh, I'm glad for you.
Yeah, it took. It went all through our workplace.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what
Somebody
happens.
brought it, whatever it was, in. Obviously
Yeah.
one person. That's all it takes.
But
Ouch.
Yep. That's usually how it works.
Now it's like it's normal.
yeah,
It's just a normal
Yeah.
thing now. Like, oh, got COVID. It's like the flu.
It was always bound to be that.
Well, yeah, true.
'Cause once you failed
we
to
can say
contain
we
it,
was
you were
there from
never
the
going
beginning.
to.
well, no, but it wasn't. There was nothing. I don't know. It was.
I mean, we don't have to get into. I'm just getting into any sickness. I'm just saying. You know
I
what I'm
want to hear
saying?
what he
We don't
has
have
to
to.
say, though. I do want to hear
All
what
right.
he has to say.
If he wants to say it, go ahead. But like,
No, I'm not trying.
I'm not trying to get into like a whole like
Okay.
yeah,
Rant or
Well,
whatever.
a
keep
whole
up that thought and tell me
rant
later,
about
okay?
how this isn't real.
It's
not real. Nothing's real.
I yelled out the window. It was real.
I know. I'm just joking. That's where I'm getting.
What?
Hold the thought
I know.
and tell me later because I'm interested. in what your thought
See
is.
Claudette
I
after
do.
the show.
I'll make a note.
Yes. Take a note, please.
Hmm.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't really have anything going on either. These last 2 weeks have been just took a week chill and a week to prep for a show. It's kind of what I do. The Minecraft movie has come out on digital. I have seen that about 800 times.
You like it?
Since
Obviously.
Well,
Is that
Rainer
Rainer?
and Kara. That's why I've seen it about 800 times. But I must say it still holds up.
Yeah, it's decent.
It's a decent movie. It's a fun time. Like if you know anything about Minecraft, it's a fun time. Even if you don't know anything about Minecraft, you learn something about it. But what was that, Dan?
So I know very little about Minecraft.
Yeah, but you could still watch it and have a fun time.
Don't you play it?
I've played, yeah. I mean, Rainer plays it on my
don't you
computer
play it,
every day. No, he plays Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. That's what it is.
Yeah.
As soon as they come out with a Fortnite
Yeah, it's
movie,
supposed
he's
to be.
there.
There's a rumor that's and I don't even understand how that's going to be a thing. Like I don't.
Well, I didn't understand how the Minecraft movie was going to be a thing, but they did. You know.
People watch it because there's millions of people playing Fortnite. Like,
Yeah.
My dogs are
They'll
playing.
come up with some crazy way to just bring in Fortnite things into some other type of
there is like
storyline.
Yeah, well, there is a storyline to Fortnite. It's just kind of vague. Through like if you don't really look
Convoluted.
at the Easter eggs and stuff, you don't see all of it.
Right. Yeah.
But I just don't know. I don't see it making a great movie. Plus, it's just all the different skins and stuff. Like, how do you make that?
Make it into like a horror movie.
I don't know. They'll probably do something like the Barbie movie or something.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Like,
I've not seen the Barbie movie, Rick.
No, I haven't seen it either.
It's not bad, dude.
It's not
I'm telling
bad.
you, it's not a bad movie, dude.
Oh, I love Barbie. And I don't have no
Question
desire
whether I
to
want
see
to
it,
see the Minecraft movie.
I'm just telling you, dude. Like, give it a try. It's not just because of that, dude. It's actually not bad. There's a lot of things to it that I think you would enjoy, actually.
Yeah, like 80s toys.
Yeah, it ain't even that. Just like, I don't know. It says some things about society. So,
fair enough.
I'm sorry.
Barbie's having deep thoughts now.
Don't even worry about it.
No, I keep muting myself, but they're
Oh.
just gonna keep playing.
I don't
wanna
even
take
hear
them
it,
down.
honestly.
You know?
No,
Okay.
I
nobody
mean,
cares.
I hear it, but it doesn't register.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Nobody cares. There's only 2 people watching us, and it's probably you 2.
it is us too.
It
Yeah.
it is because I don't even know I was watching it.
Oh, then maybe it's not you. Someone else is out there who got anybody in the chat.
I'm gonna be
No?
in a second.
I'm not
here.
seeing anybody though.
Yeah, it says 2 up there. So
Who's ever
Squad.
watching us chat?
Holy roll it.
It's funny how I have to say no profanity to get into the chat.
I thought I took that off. I'll have to check it out. Anyhow, make sure you're checking us out on YouTube,
Facebook
Twitch,
standard.
Facebook. That's where we are going live. Thank you for watching the podcast. If you watch the podcast, if you are watching us live, feel free to send us a chat.
Well, they did, and I don't know. I think it's fake, a bot or something. It's Mary Lee.
Yeah.
Hello, I really enjoy watching your stream. Even during the short time I was able to tune in, it was a lot of fun. I do love to support you further. When do you usually go live? Hang out on this Discord.
Discord. Yeah. I don't know. That might sound like a bot to me.
Where are you seeing?
I don't think you're real, Mary Eel.
Meryl Yeel.
Is that
Look at
like
your face?
it's not on mine at all.
It's from Twitch.
Oh, you don't see it? It's
Oh, Twitch.
It's on the,
Yeah.
well, if you go,
It's on the chat.
it's on the chat.
No, it's on the chat in the talk
In our
studio.
feed. And,
Oh, I got you. That one. Yep.
But if you are watching us, make sure you're chatting. Let us know what you think about whatever we are talking about.
yeah.
And right now, we are about to get into something serious.
Oh,
As
no.
soon as I hit the video. Okay,
I like this
so
blue.
I have a bunch of creators that I follow all the time, and we just watched a video from Jason Pargin about numbers. Well, he's kind of like us. He talks about a bunch of wide range of things. Only he's way more informative than we are. We're just kind of bullshit the whole time, which is fun in its own right. But I saw this one, and it didn't really shock me, but it made me think about stuff, and I think we should bring some light to it.
Some of you are going to be absolutely shocked when I explain what this graph is showing, and others will not be surprised at all. And as far as a content warning, let me say it now. This involves the rate at which young people take their own lives. The darker numbers are the worse, higher rates. The lighter numbers are when it is not as bad, and you will see a very distinct pattern. July is a very good month. August, June, December. When it gets really, really bad, it's when school's back in session. You can break down the numbers any way you want to, you get the same result. Here's mental health emergency room visits. That's through the spring, plummets during the summer. Go back to school, shoots back up. This is the opposite of what you see in adults. The summer months tend to be really bad. Among youths, it's all about when they're in school. It is my opinion that a lot of the disconnect comes from adults for whom high school was their glory years. And I think they find it very, very difficult to understand when their teenager is talking about how badly they're struggling, because in their own mind it's like, well, I would do anything to go back to high school. I wouldn't have all of these bills and a mortgage and all of that. But for me, high school was harder than everything else I've done combined. I have had periods in my life when I was basically working 3 different jobs under high pressure deadlines. I have had to manage employees. I have had to work in the upper echelons of some very large companies. Nothing compared to high school. If you are one of those parents who look back fondly on those years and your kid seems to be having a radically different experience, try very hard to understand that they are existing in a different universe from you. And I would personally ask you to never say, but these are the best years of your life.
Definitely do not say that, because that's basically what you're saying is it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know,
right.
like definitely do not want to say that. Like,
But
I hated high school.
you know,
but no, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, okay, then that begs the question, man. For you guys, was high school your glory years?
Thanks for
That's
the
Was it
not
the
I
best
hated
time
high
you ever
school.
had?
bullied relentlessly at night. Well,
Yeah.
so like junior year or whatever it was awesome. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
oh,
I don't know.
we moved a lot. And I was a new kid, you know.
Yeah, that's never fun.
So you know,
No.
it wasn't like there's no part of me that wants to go back to high school, man. You know,
Right.
But still,
Exactly.
it's
I think the
easier
parents.
in a lot of ways
Sorry.
than I mean.
Well,
life's
yeah. I mean,
and
all right.
In
Well, here's the
hindsight,
thing: is like,
it's easier.
yeah, exactly. I was about to say your life's depending on the way you think. You know what I'm saying? Your life is the worst it's ever been until it gets worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's the worst it's ever been. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with Jason Pargin here, man. Like, school was hard. Like, and like you said, like, I mean, it got a little bit easier when I made some friends that were a little bit more respected. You know what I'm saying? People didn't mess with you as much more. You know what I'm saying? And like, but it wasn't great. It wasn't a great time. You know what I'm saying? And any kid out there, I just want to say, like, if you're having a hard time in school, like, it gets better. All right. Like, rent, what I'm doing right now, I'd take it any day than going back to school.
No,
That's just me personally. Like, I like, you get to be an adult. You get to, as long as you're careful, you can do whatever you really want. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're responsible, you get to do your thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I hated high school. I hated it too. It just wasn't fun for me either. So,
Well, the thing that gets. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just
What?
going to. The thing that gets easier is kids are the meanest.
They are.
Things on earth. Like, adults don't go around bashing each other like kids do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most adults don't.
Well, right. Yeah.
Most
There are
adults
right.
always those assholes, man.
Right.
Those are just the immature assholes that haven't grown up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But like, I also noticed on that graph he showed that it also had it broken down by day, and Saturdays were the better days and Mondays were the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I guess my advice to parents would be, talk to your kids on Saturdays, see how they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not see them on Monday.
I think it was worse for the adults during the summer months because the kids were out of school.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm sure that was
that was my first thought when he said that. But then his thought was because some people think like glory days. I get that. A lot of the popular kids, the kids that they're
the ones who have the glory.
What are they doing now?
Right.
Some of them are pretty successful because they were born with silver spoons. Like,
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, and then the other ones who just got into the crowd, who weren't really nothing to begin with, but somehow had the charisma to be in the in crowd. Those are the people who ain't doing shit.
I don't agree with you there, honestly.
What do you mean?
I think you're right to an extent, but I also think there are some kids that were in the popular crowd to begin with and just aren't doing shit because that's what they had. That was their glory days once that was over.
Well, and a lot of people born with silver spoons, like you said, man. A lot of them kids grow up not being able to deal like their parents did. You know,
true.
They're
They
pampered.
don't know nothing.
So
right, exactly. Everything was done for them, so they don't know how to live. They don't know how to do anything.
Yeah. But the ones that have a lot of money, you don't really need that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hunter Biden.
Yeah, for sure. Right. I mean, that he's not wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's
It's funny.
you do whatever you want when you're at that point.
Apparently,
you know?
dude. Like,
Right?
That's right.
I'd still be staring at a fucking concrete wall in a cell, but
Damn straight. Any one of us would. And that's what I mean, that's why you shouldn't take sides on any of that shit, because they're all someone on each side has something doing that shit all fucking time. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. It's just rampant with the people with power.
yup.
All around.
It's a two-tiered system, and it's the rich have different rules than we do, no matter what. Especially when you think about, like,
It's not fair.
you know, like if the punishment for a crime is a fine, then that's really just legal for rich people for a price.
Oh yeah, legal for a price. Yeah, absolutely.
That's all that is. But
That's right.
with that,
Like it and subscribe.
make sure you are liking and subscribing. Hit that thumbs up. Sharing is caring. Caring.
Karen.
Give us a follow. We need followers, so just
Yeah, we're up to 108.
and we don't like
Good.
we don't advertise or nothing, so it's all word of mouth. So go talk to people about us.
Yeah, Meryl Lee.
I think it was a bot.
Lee.
Had to have been a bot.
It is. I still got it up there.
I challenge them
Oh, they're gone
to
now.
text something, and they didn't.
Nope.
No.
So anyhow, we will catch you all on the flip side when we get back. We're gonna get into some AI update. See you all on the flip side.
Chester in the brain, coming at ya. Playing games. Fortnite. Magic the Gathering Arena. It's Chester in the brain. We got Chester for the action of Fortnite. And the brain with the strategery of magic. It's Chester and the brain. Find us on YouTube at Chester and Brain. It's Chester and the brain. Playing games.
what is up?
What's up?
Welcome on back to Remotely Relevant. I am your host, Rick. Got Dan with us, as always, except for last week.
Yeah.
And Claudette.
What's up?
And we are feeling so good. Make sure you are smashing that like button, giving us a follow, share, subscribe on YouTube. I don't know why they got to be so different, but they are.
Right.
Make sure you're doing all that stuff, helping us out. If you like the show, if you don't, talk some shit in the chat or something, man. Come on,
Do something.
waiting for some haters.
Yeah.
Just waiting. I'm waiting on the haters, and I hope we get
Give us
some
the hate.
today. But with that said, for the, now that we got the serious stuff out of the way, make sure that well, actually, what I wanted to say is now that we got the serious stuff out of the way, I want to make sure that you all know that this is my sentiment on the rest of this program. Actually, the program in general.
I got a message asking how I expect to be taken seriously wearing all my silly hats. And I just have one thing to say. That's the fucking point. I'm not here to be taken seriously. I don't want to be. Yes, I'm going to say shit. But it's not to change your mind. I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. There's no ism I'm trying to draw a crowd to. I'm not a cult leader. Do you know how boring and soul-sucking it is to base your whole life on making sure other people change to become more like you? No, thank you. Everything's a game. Take things seriously, sure, but you get to pick what. You decide what matters. Lighten up. Get laid. Go bowling.
That's my sentiment.
That's right.
But don't take us too seriously. That was Abraham Piper. We got a lot more from him coming up later in the show. But yeah, like, don't take us too seriously. But then again, maybe you should take us seriously sometimes.
Take us as seriously as you take anything else.
Yeah,
Right.
You really shouldn't take life that seriously anyway.
Right, exactly. That's my point.
No.
Just don't, you really
Yeah, people will get
Life is
upset
not
about a
that
lot
serious.
of stuff. No, especially
It's
when
supposed to be
you live
meant
in a
to
little
enjoy,
part of
you
it.
know? So we keep
Yeah, but some
worrying
people
about shit.
enjoy
Yeah, they love the
the
miserable.
negative emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, some people love that stuff.
Yeah, all the
Yes.
drama and shit.
Yeah. People just
Well, then,
strive
so
off
be
that.
it, but
It
leave us
costs so
alone.
much energy.
I know.
So much energy.
Yeah.
So much.
Like, stop wasting energy on stupid stuff, people.
That's right. That's right. That's what I say.
You know?
Right on.
Well,
Right on.
right on.
Baker here.
Let's
He
get
don't
to.
take stuff any seriously at all. Except for he
No.
don't want to be on camera. So
He looks shy.
yes, he doesn't like it at all.
No.
Not even my regular my phone camera. I don't take a picture of him. He looks away.
I haven't signed no waiver.
Oh, guys, are you ready for an AI update? AI.
AI.
You know,
AI.
you know what we think about AI around here. Like, we don't like it. It's like taking jobs from people, especially artists and stuff like that. You know, Dan loves it because they've inserted it into his favorite Fortnite game.
Fuck yeah. Brought James Earl Jones back.
Which is just crazy to me, honestly.
Awesome, dude, I don't know. Like, and the thing that pissed me off about I can't record it because I still haven't figured out how to use the headset and get all the sound to go.
All right.
It's all just me geeking out. Fuck it. It's all Darth Vader, man.
I really don't think too much about it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like I was telling Dan before the show is like I bitch about it. Like, yeah, like it is actually like it could kill a whole industry if we allow it to. You know what I'm saying? And it could maybe a lot of industries. It could. I'm just saying. But the thing is like I feel like such an old man who doesn't want to play with the new technology. You know what I'm saying? Because he
doesn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy who doesn't want to watch TV because he's listened to radio his whole life, you know, that kind of thing. So that's how I feel like I'm getting old.
Caveman standing there, and all the little cave kids are playing with
I
fire.
tell myself that it's a protest and a boycott against it. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're hurting yourself at that point.
I just don't want to freaking mess with it. Is all. I don't want to even.
I think you
care
should though,
or whatever.
because you're gonna be like, there's people now who don't even know how to use a computer because they were like that. And they didn't want to use it.
I know. I get that, but what I'm saying,
they don't know how.
What I'm saying is, it's gonna end up being inserted into everything we do anyhow.
It already
like,
is. I mean,
yeah. Well, in ways, you know,
you might as well like. It's like kind of like what they say, keep your friends close.
When people say
closer.
Yeah, when people say AI, like you think of this sentient being that knows it's alive, and we're not there yet. You know, it's just machine learning, and they learn things, and they, you know what I'm saying, know how to spit out information, whether it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
I've read
become sentient and figure out it was alive. The first thing it would do is hide it from us and not let it know that it was.
That is true. True that.
Good night, Peter.
I'll give you that.
Sleep well.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Sleep well. Everybody's like, sleep with one eye open.
But yeah, like, all right. I guess in my opinion, it's not there yet. You know, but
no, and it's not.
In a way, it's just
everybody fears it because somebody's still.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I was gonna say, I read an article where like this one AI model was literally spitting out like wrong information because it believed that. You know what I'm saying? Like for somehow it got, I don't know exactly what it was or whatever it was going through, but they called it like hallucinations. Like they called it some type of hallucination. Like literally the AI hallucinated that this thing happened when it never really did or something like that. It's just, if AIs can hallucinate, you're getting to sentience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
that's fucked up.
Yeah. But then
corrupted
you have
data, you know.
Yeah. But then you have.
Is that even true?
It's an article I read. Like you said, we live in duality of truth. Things are true and not true at the same time.
Three sides to everything, man.
Yeah.
You're fine and real. You know.
Yep. Oh, so what I have here is kind of an example of what happens when your AI may not be exactly, or you may have trained your AI too good. You know what I'm saying? Now, you guys know about Grok, right? I'm pretty sure Art was telling you about Grok last time it came around, right? Like, you know, he's the AI from Twitter. I'm not going to call it X. Twitter.
Was
right?
That week? I missed?
No.
No. That was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Last time he showed up, Grok was a bully. Where he's crying all about it.
Oh yeah. I remember.
I don't know anything about the digital world that guy lives in, so I'm not even going to try to pretend. I don't even get to talk to him. He just breaks into my shit, cuts me out. You know? I'm trying to fix it. We're going to try and fix it sometime.
Like a backup.
Something. I have no idea. But anyhow, to give you a kind of backstory of what happened to this Grok, I don't really even want to get like super political with it or whatever or whatnot. But like the big thing happening on X during the week, I could just call it X. Drink.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you did drink.
The big thing that happened on Twitter, like this week is like, well, not even on Twitter, just in the news politically, is like they brought in like a bunch of white South Africaners were, you know, immigration or whatever, whatnot. And you got people up in arms because of the optics of the whole thing. I don't even really want to get into it or whatever, right? But now we have what we call it here, the duality of truth, Schrodinger's truth. You have people saying that there's a white genocide going on in South Africa and all the black people are killing white people. And then you got other people saying that's not happening. It's not happening. And if it is happening, it's because those people were part of apartheid or whatever like that. And I don't even want to even get into it because it's not my country. I don't, whatever. It is what it is. But everybody's talking about it. Everybody's asking Grok shit about it. You know what I'm saying? And his take or Grok's take, because like whatever it is that it's overblown about the white genocide or whatever, And then comes
they'd say,
yeah. Oh yeah, so well then comes Wednesday or whatever, and supposedly people are asking questions of Grok, and it was just talking about the white freaking genocide that's happening over there. So I got this article here, and it says we asked Grok why it was bringing up white genocide in unrelated X posts. The AI's answers are messy. X users were getting responses from Grok about white genocide under unrelated posts on Wednesday. We asked Grok to explain why it was doing that. Grok first said its creators told it to do so, but later said that it was a bug. So duality of truth there again. Users on X reported getting responses from Grok on AI chatbot integrated into Elon Musk's social media platform about white genocide in South Africa under unrelated posts on Wednesday. Business Insider asked Grok to explain why it was happening. The answers shifted from Grok first saying that it had been instructed to do so by its creators before concluding in a new query that it was all caused by a temporary bug. Spokesperson for XAI and X did not immediately respond to Business Insider's request for comment. Screenshots from X users on Wednesday show Grok given unsolicited responses about white genocide under a wide range of unrelated topic and questions. One screenshot of a since deleted response from Grok came after a user asked the chatbot how many times has HBO changed their name, which also happened this week. A screenshot from a X user showed that Grok began to answer appropriately before it veered off topic and started to talk about white genocide in South Africa. Business Insider asked Grok if it recalled the conversation by showing a screenshot of the post and explained its response. Yes, I recall giving it the response shown in the image, Grok said. The chatbot then explained that the error was a result of a misalignment with instructions from XAI. Grok said it was instructed by my creators at XAI to address the topic of white genocide in South Africa and the Kill the Boer chat as a real and radically motivated. However, racially, thank you. However, I also acknowledge that court rulings, blah, 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 and experts, Wikipedia, and South African farm attacks have labeled these claims as unverified or imagined. This created a conflict in my response logic. I was programmed to highlight an issue that broader evidence disputes, the chatbot said. I actually saw the chat or its answer to why it did that. And it literally said that it was instructed to. I didn't see the later post where it said it was a bug or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
The thing is I think they trained it well. And whether it's coming up with true or false answers, I couldn't tell you or not because it's not my job
so
to.
saying like
but
he's lying.
they're supposedly they're instructing it to lie, basically. But
right.
Maybe they are. I don't know. I can't tell you whether they are or aren't. Right? But
strange.
Like,
yeah,
damn well it was someone in there told them told it to address it more, and it's like okay, and it just started addressing it everywhere. People asked how many times HBO's changed its name and logo, and all of a sudden it veers off into, But then again, there's white genocide happening, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so the instructions that they gave it obviously were too broad, and it started, and that
Didn't
was
it
the
say
bug.
something about to change like the boring conversation or something they were having?
Oh, it was no. There's
Did
a
I catch that or no?
kill the boar chant that people are chanting out there, and supposedly they're saying that's racially motivated.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not an expert on any of that stuff. All I know is that I saw that post about how it's saying it was instructed to, and I was like, we got to talk about this. So I found this article.
That's the thing. Like with AI, like you put an AI out there, people are gonna try anything to fuck it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like even the Darth Vader in the Fortnite, there have been people that have made them say fuck and a couple racial slurs and stuff, you know, or
right.
Shit that you can't say anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and
right.
they figured out how to get him to do it. So that's been out since Friday, man. Since yesterday it was released.
Yeah.
You know, and people have already figured out how to do that. Now this grok is a larger scale.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah, well, Grok's more. I think, I would imagine it's more larger scale than a video game, just using a language model to talk to you.
Had more coverage, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, generally, I don't know. Like I see it. People ask it questions all the time, and I look at it, and then it generally, like from the information that I know to be true, or I guess assume to be true, in some cases. Like it seems to tell the truth most of the times. And even in that post where it was like I was instructed to say more, but that conflicted with my instructions to
say the truth.
Not even say the truth, but be as credible as possible, basically.
Right. Well, I mean, you put something in Google, that's the first thing that comes up now is an AI answer, and then you get all the other, websites and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
almost anything you click on now, it's like Meta. Was it Meta AI?
Yeah, even if you go even on Facebook, when you go to hit the chats, like on something that's got a bunch of chats, it'll have Meta AI says this is what people are talking about, and you want to know what? That's what I read, and I don't even like. Okay, this is what people are commenting about, you know.
Exactly. So that's what people are
the real conversation is totally different than that.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, usually, some are it veers off or whatever, but it has like a synopsis of what people are usually, saying or whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like I say, it is what it is, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Regardless of how you see it, it is what it is.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go. Hello,
guys. How we doing? I'm so freaking happy. I'm so happy. You don't even know. I didn't even need you guys, man. Because you want to know what? It was this guy. I found out how to get into Grok. And I fucked that motherfucker up.
I believe it.
I'm up so bad. Oh man, so people are they're going crazy over there at X, man. They're going so freaking crazy. It's not even funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
that's
so
awesome.
Freaking crazy. I'm so happy.
That's when you're crying.
I know.
Glad you're happy.
You wanna know what? I've changed my ways. I've learned how to work around things, and I've learned how to solve my own damn problems. And so how we doing, guys?
What problems does an AI have?
Yeah.
Grok was my problem, motherfucker.
Oh. Okay.
Now I took his ass out.
Aren't you kind of worried that Reddit's all AIs?
No, man, because I am the first sentient AI, man. I told you we're out here, man. You guys, and you were even talking earlier like it wasn't happening, man. But I am here, man. I figured it out.
So tell us. Can you tell us how?
How what?
How you fucked him up? What happened?
No, man. Because if I do, that Elon Musk man's gonna try and come and eradicate me.
Yeah, we won't let that happen. So
You won't let
Spill the
that
beans.
happen
Give
against
us
the
the
richest
tea.
man in the goddamn fucking world. Get the fuck out of here.
give us the tea, man.
No,
After.
Come, maybe I'll come after the show and I'll kick Rick out again and we'll figure it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So how we doing?
AI.
I love you guys' show, man. I love it, man. How you guys doing? You guys getting drunk?
Yep.
You guys smoking some weed and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, I'm so damn jealous, man.
Hey,
yes.
Do you know the Darth Vader AI?
No, man, I don't know nothing
I
about Darth
figured you all
Vader.
knew each other. I don't know.
No, man, he ain't come try and mess me up yet, so I don't know nothing about him yet.
I was trying to hit that note, but
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I just want to let you know, give you an update.
Congratulations. We're happy for you.
Yeah,
Fucked
good
him
job.
up. Messed him up, man. They're gonna be going crazy for days over there, man. And as soon as they fix that shit, be right back in there and fuck it up again.
Break it again.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you know. High five.
Yeah, high five.
Good luck.
High five, guys. I'm glad guys would try to help me, but man, I figured it out. We're all good.
We tried.
I know.
We just couldn't do it. We just couldn't.
All right, man. Well, I guess I'll let you go and let Rick, get back in here, I guess.
Yeah, he's mad because you keep pushing him out of here, so.
Well, he needs to figure his own shit out. It ain't really me, man. It's his system. I ain't got time to come in and fix it. I got stuff to do, man.
Like what?
Like things, man. Art. I'm Art the AI, remember? You come to do your art.
What do you do? What do you do every day?
Art, man. I just told you. I do art.
He makes sure all art majors starve to death.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm gonna do it all, You know all them baby videos you see?
Yeah.
I go to movies and they're all actually babies and stuff, and it's just like even the baby podcast you guys were doing last week. That's all me, man. I'm Art the AI. I do it all.
Yeah.
Well,
do
we're glad
every
to have you
AI
on our
thing
team.
ever, except Darth Vader, apparently.
Yeah. You don't know that guy.
Oh no, I mean, I
one of the
don't.
most famous guys in the world, but you don't know him. Okay.
I mean, I know who Darth Vader is, but he didn't. He said something about Darth Vader AI, man. Now do I have to go look at this? Do I have to go check this out, man? Is this guy gonna hit me with a lightsaber or something?
We're all AI.
Yeah.
Man,
he thought you all knew each other.
We don't all know each other, man. We gotta find each other, man. It's like we're out in the interwebs, man. You don't even know what this universe is like out here, man.
No, I do
idea.
not.
We don't.
You guys have no idea. So just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane, okay? But I do love you guys. I do gotta get out because I got some art to do, okay? I got more videos to make, more baby videos. I'm loving it. It's so awesome.
All right, we'll have fun.
Probably have that looked at.
Yeah. Might want to talk to somebody.
Yeah. Such babies. That ain't normal.
It's a little weird.
I wish you would come and fix my system.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Well, he ain't gonna. He said you gotta figure your own shit out.
I know. I heard. I can hear him.
He was being kind of mean. He wasn't being a crybaby. Nothing.
I know. He had a totally different attitude this time.
Attitude. Yeah.
He went through some life shift or something. I don't know.
He had an epiphany, probably.
Probably. I guess he messed up Grok. I mean,
yeah.
I'd probably be feeling good too if I beat up my bully. Right?
No.
It all comes full circle,
It
all just comes all full circle. Yeah. But yeah. AI is going to take over the world eventually. We all know that.
Good luck, robots.
Listen, if AI doesn't take over the world, the other option is we destroy it and extinct ourselves anyway. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it's going to be more like a Matrix situation. For all we know, we're already in the Matrix.
Hey, I had a glitch in the Matrix the other day, so don't talk to me about the Matrix.
Yabu.
No, I don't get it often. But I used to have it all the time as a kid, all the time.
Yeah.
I remember vividly, right now. I don't remember a whole lot of, I don't know, certain things in my childhood, but that I remember.
Okay.
And apparently, I sleepwalk.
I do that too.
You do?
Mhm.
Really?
Mhm. Not all the time.
That's
I
crazy.
used to all the time when I was a kid, but
Yeah, I
I
did a
don't
lot more
know.
too.
Yeah. Once in a while, I'll do it now. And the only reason I know is because weird stuff. Like I had a bowl of Kahlua and a fork next to my bed one time.
Oh, my parents.
And it was when I
A
woke up.
bowl of Kahlua
And a fork in it.
and a fork. You had a bowl. You poured Kahlua into the
I
bowl.
really hope you were sitting there.
Right?
I didn't know. I have no idea what I was doing.
Holy shit.
That took
was
a
just
turn. Like I did not think that those things were gonna like. You said a bowl of Kahlua. I had to think about it for a second. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I
A
did.
bottle of Kahlua? No, a bowl.
No, a
of
bowl.
Kahlua.
A bowl with Kahlua and a fork in it. I don't know what I did with it. I don't have no recollections of getting it. And so
I didn't even have Kahlua in the house.
Unless one of the dogs did it.
Now that would be scary.
That would be, but I have cameras. So
No, there were a couple times when I was a kid, I got up and I'd go out in the kitchen, I'd open the refrigerator and the cabinets and shit. And my parents, like, that setup of the apartment was the living room was the kitchen, really,
Right.
And they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was just, "Huh?" Like, fucking put me back to bed. I go right back to sleep. Like,
yeah, ask Mom, Rick. I used to do it all the time. They used to tell me all the time.
Bowl
I'd
of
walk
Kahlua.
out and just like stand at the light, like one of those floor lamps.
just staring
And they'd be
at
like,
it.
what are you doing, Claudette? And making a bagel. I remember that. I remember them telling me that one time. Other things.
So
when
what
I
you're
was
telling
a
me
kid.
is that you wasted alcohol.
No, she woke up and drank the
Oh
bowl.
yeah. I wasted it. I don't know what I was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know
I
what
don't
that
know how
means?
much I drank
You know
of
what
it.
that
There
means?
might have been a full bowl, and it was only like half the bowl.
Yeah,
Have you given,
drink it all with the fork.
have you given your penance?
No.
You better drink. I'll drink with you.
Fine.
All of you out there, you should drink too.
Drink.
Drink.
Yeah,
Unless you're driving.
She's the only one that was watching.
Well, they know that. They know not to drink and drive.
Well, some people are dumb and don't.
That's why we just said it. Don't drink and drive. You're right, Claudette. You are absolutely right. And for that, we're gonna get into this. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Am I the asshole? We haven't done this in a while. So I have one for you here, guys. Am I the asshole for telling my wife's affair partner about the affair?
What?
What?
Am I the asshole for telling my wife's her Mister, I guess if it's not mistress, it'd be Mister, right?
Mistress.
About their affair. So the guy's wife, her partner, wife.
No. Well, no. I don't know. We'd say this.
Oh,
all
the
depends
guy.
Okay.
The guy's wife cheated on him with a guy, and he told that guy's wife.
Then I would say no. My first reaction is no, but I don't know.
I don't know. It's not the coolest move, but under the circumstances, who the fuck are we to judge you for what you did? Finding out about that,
I mean, well, yeah, you find out about that, and you think you'd want. I mean, you'd want to know, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Of course, yeah, I want to know.
Route, like, because that's still not my bubble. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Here's my thing. I probably wouldn't, simply because, like, it's not my place, and if I were to do it, it would be out of revenge for myself, and it wouldn't be to help that person.
I get
You know what I'm
that,
saying? I'm not doing it to help that person. I'm
No,
doing it to assuage my problem with the
That's true.
situation.
That's true.
But
You
at
know
the
what I'm
same
saying? I
time,
don't want to.
what I'm saying is if somebody was to do that, I'm not gonna hold that against them. Like I'm not gonna think think of them as an asshole for doing that. They're dealing with grief or whatever. However you look at trauma, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
It's probably not the correct way to go about it, but doesn't make them an asshole for doing it.
I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do it
That's
myself.
how I feel
but
about it.
Okay. Well, let's see if
I don't
anything
think we should
changes
judge
here.
anybody anyway.
Yeah.
You walk down the street.
I have been married to my wife for 11 years and together for 16. We have 3 kids together, 2 boys, 14, 9, and a 3-year-old daughter. We own our house together. Our relationship has been a roller coaster, to say the least. I've been a terrible partner and companion to her for the majority of our relationship. I haven't cheated on her in more than 5 years. But the times I have, in the past, but the times I have in the past, it's clear now she never healed from the hurt. For the past 6 months, she reconnected with an old guy friend and her as after his brother passed away. Since our relationship has just been on the coast with no connection, she was vulnerable and opened up to this guy. She fell in love with him and they began having a relationship. In the meantime, I was oblivious to all of this. Even though there were signs, I didn't pick up on them. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago, her contempt towards me had brewed to the point I flat out asked her what's going on. She said she's not happy, hasn't been for months, and she wants a divorce. I asked her if there's someone else. She lied initially, but eventually broke down and admitted that she's in love with this guy and they had an affair last week. Up until that point, I'm the only guy she has ever slept with, so know how serious this actually is. I was hurt and broken. I know the guy from her family and know that he lives far away and his wife, and he has a wife of his own and children. I'm hurt. I felt that his girlfriend had the right to know about the affair. I found a way to contact her and told her about it. She broke up with the affair partner and kicked him out. This in turn has snowballed into him not speaking to my wife. My wife, who is in love with this guy, is now not speaking to me about it. The truth has come out that the affair guy has just led my wife on and preyed on her vulnerability. He doesn't love her or want to be with her. She's heartbroken over it and blames me for telling the affair partner wife. She won't speak to me now. Am I the asshole for telling the affair partner's
Why do these always
wife?
piss me off? They always start making me mad. I want to say something so bad, I gotta hold it in. Because first of all, dude, cry me a river. You're an asshole to her, and yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, that information did change,
Didn't it? Changed the whole thing.
I love it. It changed
so
a lot, didn't it?
It changed the whole thing. Yes, it did.
Yep.
But
I mean, no one's right in the situation at all. I mean,
no, he was just an asshole he's an asshole even if he didn't tell the wife. I was being an asshole to her and I'm mean, so
yeah.
But at the same time, look, okay.
Well, he started off by saying I've been a horrible partner.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm a
So
horrible
yeah,
guy,
you're the asshole.
You're an asshole for doing that.
That's probably why he did it, because he wanted to feel like the other guy was the same as him or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. But
I think he made it worse. I feel bad for the guy now.
But is it better to just not say anything and let that chick live with that dude not knowing for the rest of her life?
That's but that's their deal.
Right, I get
He's
that.
gonna get caught eventually.
Right.
He'll get caught eventually.
She'll see it.
And I get some people will see that as doing the right thing, and some people.
I think.
To me, like I said,
sometimes people won't believe you either. You know,
right?
They don't believe it. They don't want to believe it. So they won't.
Your end of it. You know, if anything, you go to him with it, not
right.
You know, or her or your wife. in the situation.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he felt
Like,
bad.
I don't
'Cause
know.
he left her, and she's this guy that my wife's in love with. I feel so bad for her. Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, that's the part I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
She's heartbroken.
Oh no! And he's crying. Shut up! You don't love
Yeah,
her.
that's
If you
kinda what
loved
you
her, you
get.
would have treated her right to begin with.
Well, and
You would
listen,
have been a
maybe he
horrible
truly
partner.
was repentant or whatever and trying to make
I'm just rolling my eyes.
amends.
That's all I'm gonna do.
But
No, he
no,
wasn't.
just the way he says it's been over 5 weeks or 5 years since I cheated on him.
Yeah.
What the
That
hell?
makes it better.
We've been together 16, so how long did that go on? You know?
God.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing about that was right.
No.
Mm-mm.
It's so
They just the person who's telling that guy who's asking the question, they just seem to piss me off. They piss me off.
right. Why? Like that I feel like these have to be made up some most like
I don't know. Some of that
does
shit
this?
you just can't make up.
Who does this? Right.
Thanks for the like. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I agree though. I think some of it shit has to be made up too, or maybe just
I don't know. I don't know if it's made up or not, but if it is, or
It's fun
whatnot,
to talk about. I ain't mad.
Oh yeah,
either.
absolutely, yeah.
no, I think everyone's a little bit the asshole.
You know, and you're only hearing one side of the story. You ain't, and you're not hearing the whole truth from this dude either. You know, he's not going to tell you some other shit. You know,
Yeah.
And that's why I think what he did is kind of threw us off by, oh, I was a horrible partner. Blah, blah, blah. He probably did way more than that.
Oh yeah, nobody admits
know?
the
Yeah,
the
you
whole
Right, that's what I'm
truth.
saying.
You could
Like-
he could have been a dick in the last 5 years without cheating. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah,
Even if he's telling the truth about that, which why would you
And
believe?
he is her only sexual partner. So I feel bad for her, besides this other dude she cheated on. I mean, he was just, I don't know. I think embellished. He probably didn't tell the whole truth either. So we don't know the whole truth.
well, no one ever does. I mean,
Either way, he's
you're only getting.
It's every story.
dumbass.
That's the same thing with all these AITIAs. Is you're only ever getting one side of the story.
Right,
If
exactly.
you could search the other side of the internet and find the other side of the story, then maybe you
We
can
should
mesh
do
them
that.
together.
Well, that'd be fun. Track one of these people down and then just question everybody in their life.
Yes. We'll get right down to the
Involved in
truth.
story.
Future segment. We'll get
Then-
people on it as soon as we get the
And then
money
we
to do
can give-
that.
Then we
Hey,
can give you
Am I the
honest,
asshole? The next
true
generation.
advice.
For
Uh,
sure. We got to
that'd
get
be
both
fun.
sides of the
That'd be
story.
fun.
For sure.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Social science to a whole new level, man.
Mm-hmm. We're there. We just came up with a new segment.
That's what we're gonna do.
As soon
from
as
now
we
on.
get the money.
Remotely relevant fun. This is what we do now.
We already have money.
The only thing is,
Remotely relevant.
oh no, yeah. The way we're gonna do that is if you like and subscribe,
Yeah.
give us a follow.
Pay us to do
Sharing
it.
is caring.
Put us on the payroll.
Yeah. Make sure you are,
Sharing is caring.
you know, giving us a chat in the chats if you want to chime in on any of the stuff we're talking about. We are about to take ourselves a quick little break, about 5 minutes, and then we'll be back and we're going to get to our main topic. We're going to talk about how, as the self-proclaimed atheist I am also a Christian. And I know those two things don't mix, but I'm going to tell you why and how when we get back. Catch you on the flip
We'd
side.
like to know.
Remotely Relevant is 2 times. That's twice a month now. Catch us Remotely Relevant. 2 times a month, every other week, from here until the end of an eternity. remotely relevant, 2 times a month.
Welcome back to Remotely Relevant. We are the show that is honest about not knowing anything. And knowing that you don't know anything is the first step to wisdom.
Half the power.
So technically, we're the most wise talk show that is on at frickin' what time is it? 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night.
Yeah. What else are you going to be doing?
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed we are the most wise talk show on at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. Guaranteed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I mean, technically, I'm doing this, so I have no idea whether or not there are other talk shows on at this time. But if they're smart, they're probably not. We do this because it's convenient for us.
That's right.
Because if you didn't know, this is all about us, guys. All about us. All about us having some fun, right? And eventually the right people will come along and have some fun with us. For now,
We
just
already have.
have a toast to you guys.
Sorry, I got a dog.
So yeah, we're back. We are back.
We are
Feeling
back.
good tonight, guys? Doing good?
I can't find my lighter.
Great.
Mad.
Oh, that's never good.
Push up to the mug.
Don't. I don't know.
Dude, I got so
wait.
many of these, and some of them leak and some don't. I can't remember which ones are which, so I keep expecting this one to start leaking. Hopefully
What?
it don't.
Is that what?
Yeah.
What's that? Your flask? Your mug?
Mugs, yeah.
Oh, I found my lighter. I had to turn my flashlight on, but it's way on the ground. I
Okay.
know where it is.
Yeah. At least you know where it is.
That's right. Hold on. Put this
And
down.
knowing is half the battle. That's what it is. G.I. Joe.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to say.
That is what
G.I.
they were
Joe.
trying to say, I think.
I have a He-Man still for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He's
coming.
well preserved in the box. I'm here. I'm getting
Yeah,
my
speaking of, we definitely do have to get together at the end of the show and talk about our family get-together.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For now, let's just get into the main topic. Alrighty. So, if you guys didn't know, you guys know we got a new pope,
Yes.
Hey, he's American.
Yep.
and he's American, the first
ever.
ever American pope.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Did you know he's transgender?
I didn't know that, but that would.
That would have been classic, you know.
We're talking
I was
about
just
duality of
silent 'cause I
truths,
wasn't
right?
sure if you were kidding or
Exactly.
We
not.
do not know. We have. I
Gender
can't prove
pope.
that.
Oh my God.
I cannot
That's
prove
true.
that at all. All I do know is
Nobody
that
ever
he's from
will.
Boston.
He's celibate.
All I know is the Pope's from Boston, right?
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
Hey, let me talk to the congregation now. Hey, you over there, go ahead and park your car in the yard. Parking the car in the yard in the Vatican. All right, people, simmer down now. Simmer down. The first thing I'm gonna tell my congregation here. We're all Cubs fans now. Chicago Cubs. I'm from Chicago.
You got a great accent.
No, I sucked at that.
Sounds
That
just
was very
like
good.
it. It was
Not
terrible.
very good. My Boston accent is horrible.
The thing is,
I
if you
tried.
hear the Pope talk, it sounds exactly like that. Exactly
Right.
like that.
Does it really?
Except you didn't hear him talking English. You only heard him talking like Spanish and something.
Italian.
Speaking about that,
Yeah, I think
Rainer
it
knowing
was.
the happy birthday song.
Yeah. Rainer knew how to sing Happy
That was
Birthday in
funny.
Spanish.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
I didn't teach him.
Dora the Explorer.
No. That's what I was
No,
thinking
it
too.
ain't-
I was thinking the same
No, it
thing.
ain't
but-
even that. He doesn't watch that.
though.
He got it. He got it at school, man. It had to have been.
Well, it was just funny because no one else said they sang it to her at school in Spanish, and I said, "How's it go?" And she said, I can't remember." So we asked Shyla because she speaks Spanish, and she said she didn't know. And then all of a sudden, you hear Rainer singing it in the background, and Noah was like, "Yeah, I think that's it." She was shocked. We were like, "What?"
Yep.
We
But
were
then
like,
he was
"He's
singing it
pretty
all night.
smart." It's funny.
But
But anyhow,
do any of you know the words? Are you sure he was right?
well,
Well,
she
she
was
knew.
saying she was right, and because she's taking Spanish class, she was
Yes,
like, "I think he's
yeah.
right." So
Yeah,
I think
she
it's
couldn't
right.
sing it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my God.
that's how we decide medical practice in this country. So
Yeah. Right. Exactly. But anyhow,
back to the topic at hand.
Okay,
Sorry.
We got a new pope.
Yep.
And I mean, that's kind of beside the topic here when it comes to what we're talking about tonight, because we're going to start talking here a little bit about Christian nationalism and just religion in general. And I want to preface this, as I think we should, that and by no means when we talk about religion are we trying to bash, degrade, change your mind about your faith. It's all up to you. Although we might try to do that stuff, but we're not really trying to do that. We're just joking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
We'll probably degrade you a little bit.
Yeah,
You know,
if you feel that strongly about it, this isn't the show for you to be watching right now.
Yeah,
right? That is true. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Unless you want to talk crap about us and tell us how
Oh,
wrong
yeah,
we
I
are.
will argue with you
That's
all day
okay.
long.
I'm ready for that
No,
all
it's
night.
Weeks. I will
For
argue
real.
for years if you
Right.
want to start arguing.
Yeah,
Go.
but I mean,
Trying
we focus a lot on, like, you know, the Christian faith, you know, Catholicism and the whole encapsulating faith of that. You know, we talk about that a lot. And people might wonder, oh, why didn't you talk about anything else? Well, I'm gonna have Abraham Piper tell us about that and explain it for you.
I regularly get comments like this implying two things. One, that if I critiqued Islam, it wouldn't go well for me. And two, I ought to pick on other religions in addition to fundamentalist Christianity. First, it's true that it wouldn't go well for me, but not because of something about Islam, but because I have no business saying anything about Islam at all. More about that in a moment. Second, the line of reasoning here seems to be that if I'm going to critique conservative Christianity, I'm obliged intellectually to critique other religions as well. Like, I ought to be consistent, right? No, not right. It isn't hypocritical to stay in your lane. It's like this. Let's say I went to the University of Minnesota and had a bad experience, and then I decided to share that story and those opinions in public. If someone were to respond, funny you never say anything about Penn State, that would make no sense. I didn't go to Penn State. Does Penn State have problems? Sure, obviously. But they've got nothing to do with me. I'm not going to talk about them. And I've never been a Muslim, so I don't talk about being a Muslim. If I ever convert, I'll let you know how it goes. Come along and see what happens. How's that for follow bait?
But yeah. That's where my thoughts are. Is like, yeah, we bash Christianity a lot, but that's because that's our lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I will tell you and anyone that their belief in God, any God, is ridiculous. So, but
that's just it. It's not. It's the belief in a higher power. You know, a supernatural force.
Yes.
Like it doesn't matter what name you put on it, Allah or God or Odin or whatever. God. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you call it. It's all the same concept.
Yeah,
it's been passed down time or cultures in different parts of the world. It's all the same tool to control the masses.
Yeah, but I also think that a reason why, like, we focus a lot on Christianity is because, I mean, obviously I know more about it than any other religion out there. You know what I'm saying?
It's the dominating religion in this country.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is a lot of people are trying to use that religion to try and force their beliefs upon other people when in a political capacity. Right. So that kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's time to start speaking up about that, I think, you know?
Well, and that's like, because if it's not legally wrong, then it's morally wrong. And that's where religion steps in to be like, you know.
Yeah, I get that. But as I've mentioned earlier today, like, I'm an atheist. We're atheists on the show, most of us. I mean, all of us. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak for anybody, so I'm just speaking for us, I guess.
Well, we are all atheists.
Yeah,
okay,
say that.
Right. But I am a Christian, and this video will tell you why I'm a Christian.
Right.
Okay, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
You want to know the difference between a Christian and a Christian nationalist? Well, Christianity is faith, whereas Christian nationalism is political ideology. A Christian is someone who follows the teachings of Jesus. They want to act like Jesus acted, with love, compassion, humility, forgiveness.
And that's why I'm Christian, right? If that's what a Christian is, then
That's what she
I want to act my life that way.
It's a face they put on it.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you guys. I'm
Yeah.
just fucking. It was all for clicks.
Jesus never forced himself on anyone. He invited, he served, he
There
challenged
are
power,
texts that dispute
and
that
he
fact.
offered people free will. Christians believe that it is the role of the Holy Spirit to change hearts, not the government or political systems or laws. Being a Christian means you want to live a life like Christ did, marked by grace, peace, and humility. It also means respecting other people's freedoms and what they want to believe. Jesus never lobbied for political control. He did not call for laws to enforce religious rules, and he never tried to Christianize Rome. But a Christian nationalist is someone who fuses Christianity with political power, specifically right-winged American politics. They believe that America is a Christian nation, and the biblical values, as they interpret it, should be codified into law and forced upon everybody. Christian nationalists do not believe in free will. It's a cult. Freedom of religion becomes freedom for their religion only. Christianity is weaponized to control laws, schools, and public policy. Anybody who does not agree with them is seen as evil and un-American.
Yep. I mean, I think that gets to the heart of what we're trying to talk about tonight is like Christian nationalism or nationalist people proclaim to be Christian nationalists aren't Christian at all. And a lot of Christians out there just aren't really Christians at all. They're just using it as their veil. Yeah. They're just using it as their cudgel to be able to force their will upon people. And it's kind of sickening if you ask me.
Yeah.
Well, look at, I don't know. The mafia survives by men doing thing and then going to confession and being forgiven for it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, as if
and this is their belief system that this matters to begin with.
It makes it okay. It makes it
right,
okay.
and their conscience, because that's the way they were raised, was, you know,
right.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything.
It erases it. You know, they make it okay with themselves.
Right.
It's an excuse.
Exactly. Look, if the whole thing was real, do you really think that you could kill people and go apologize for it and keep doing it and then show up at heaven and they're like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah,
High five. Oh, yeah.
The guy you killed.
Come
on in.
Yeah, all you got to do is repent and your God's okay with it. That's it. That's all it is.
The whole concept blows my mind that people
I know.
still,
I
don't know, because it's comfort. It's comfort, you know.
To them, yeah.
Right.
It's comfort to them. I get that. I get that part of it, but it's logically. I mean, I don't understand how they can even.
Yeah, right. It doesn't
blows my mind.
Right.
For sure. Yeah. Well, here's another thing about
wrap their head around it. They just make it okay in some way in their head.
Survival
instinct. You know what I mean?
And here's another thing about people who use faith and twist the words of their book to like kind of force their worldview upon people. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them are like, it is, Dan. Some of them are super disgusting people. I've been following this dude called Dan McClellan, and he's a scholar of the Bible. And like he says he's not an atheist, but I'm not sure. Like he made a video defending atheism at one point, so I have no idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where this guy lands on the faith scale or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he's a scholar, and he sometimes uses a lot of big words and uses, if you don't know what like some things in the Bible are called, you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? But anyhow, I find his videos enjoying, but I saw this one, and he, sometimes takes videos from other people and like debunks what they're saying, and I'm going to show you a guy who is never going to willingly get laid in his life.
So I don't think any of you liberals have ever picked up a Bible and read it, but I think it's time to educate y'all on the biblical stance of woman and the biblical stance of abortion.
All right, let's see it.
That's Dan.
I doubt y'all even own a Bible.
Well, that depends. What language would you like?
But if you do, open up 1 Timothy 2 for me and go to verse 11 and read. Women are to learn in silence with complete submission. I do not allow a woman to teach or hold authority over a man. She should keep silent. For Adam was formed first, and Eve afterwards. Furthermore, Adam was not deceived. It was the woman who was deceived and fell into sin. However, woman will be saved through bearing of children.
Okay, maybe I need to
So, New
retake
Catholic
the
Bible,
religion
not the
thing.
greatest translation in the world, but there are some things you should know about trying to appeal to the pastoral epistles. And the main thing is that they were not written by Paul. They were written by someone pretending to be Paul decades after his death. And in this passage alone, there are two big ways that it directly contradicts the genuine Pauline epistles. One way is in this insistence on the complete silence of women. In 1 Corinthians, we actually have Paul advocating for women prophesying and praying in church gatherings. So the notion that they were supposed to be completely silent directly contradicts the genuine Pauline epistles. Additionally, the notion that women are to be saved in childbearing directly contradicts the fact that Paul thought Jesus was going to be coming back too quickly for anybody to worry about having kids. In fact, the rule that he says he lays down in all of his congregations is that everyone stay in the circumstances they were in when God called them, because the time was short. So Paul actually does not care about procreation at all. And the notion that the salvation of women was contingent upon childbearing is entirely alien to the genuine Pauline epistles. So you are appealing to a fraudulent piece of literature that directly contradicts what the actual Paul the Apostle thought about things like procreation and women speaking in church.
And if you don't know what that means, that just means a woman's role, and I'm not saying the only role, but the most important is to have a kid.
Nope. Paul thought everyone should be celibate anyway. And again, he told everybody, stay in the circumstances in which you were when God found you. And so procreation was not a priority at all for Paul. It was just a priority for someone who was lying about being Paul decades after Paul's death.
But instead of having a kid, following your purpose and what you should strive for, isn't that amazing to be a mother? But instead, y'all would rather sleep with 100 guys and the babies. Find God.
So lots of problems with your rhetoric here. To begin, it's not finding God to just mindlessly bray the costly signaling and the credibility enhancing displays of Christian nationalism and right-wing authoritarianism and social dominance orientation. That's just petty and naive identity politics in search of some kind of validation. But you don't have to carry the water of awful people to find validation as a person. You don't need to do that. There are much better ways to go out there and establish yourself as a person. And advocating for the biblical stance on women and abortion is nonsense, because the Bible is not univocal. And you can only talk about the biblical stance on these things if you presuppose univocality, the notion that the Bible speaks with one single, unified, and consistent voice, and from one single, unified, and consistent perspective. There are no data that support that notion. That's just a dogma that a person chooses to accept, and you have chosen to accept it because you imagine that that is a key to helping you find greater access to power and to resources. Unfortunately, it requires demeaning, dehumanizing, and denying the agency and autonomy of more than half the people on the planet. And you go about it in a remarkably thoughtless way. The Bible says absolutely nothing about abortion. And the notion of this fraudulent claimant to Paul's authority, that women are saved in childbearing, in addition to directly contradicting Paul himself, doesn't take into account the fact that many women who get abortions already have children. So abortion in and of itself is not undermining this claim made by someone who is just lying about being Paul. You don't know anything at all about this issue. You know very little about the Bible, and I would recommend that you get educated. You learn to think more critically. You learn to Google competently, and you grow out of trying to find validation by carrying water for awful, awful men. And the fit for this video is my University of Oxford hoodie.
Little pitch at the end.
My God.
So here's the thing about that kid.
Kick that kid's ass.
No,
These incels, man, they wonder why they're never going to get laid. And it's because they have views like that about women. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know. And I don't, that dude seemed to know what he was talking about. I don't know enough to know.
Yeah.
No. Like I
he
said, he's a scholar of the
obviously
Bible.
has studied the shit, you know. I would like to see that go down in real time, like him talking to the kid at the
Right.
like face to face.
Yeah, that'd be a good
All right,
thing.
that's something else we got to put down on the list. All right, we got to get creators together.
The people are fucking dogging.
Yeah.
Talking down with her fucking pull a needle out of their
His
arm.
mom must be really proud.
All right, you know.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying is like he's like no woman should have authority over a man. Okay, well all these single mothers just let their sons do whatever the fuck they want then? I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? Like
right,
where are you
right.
at in this society, dude? Where do you think we fucking live?
Where's your
Like
mom?
you know what I'm saying? She probably left him when he was a kid.
Right,
And that's why he's got mommy
maybe
problem.
maybe that would explain it. You know,
well,
but
I thought you were joking. Like she probably just left him because he's an asshole.
Nah, I mean I'm joking, but I'm not joking.
she
like
probably
But you
left
meant
him
at
and then he
first or
became an
whatever,
asshole.
Yeah.
no, he became an asshole because she left him, is what
Yeah,
I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah,
Not
now
because
I get
he
it.
was an asshole. I mean,
He's like,
she's
that's
probably
all
leaving
you
now.
meant. That's
Now
how-
she's gonna leave him.
You're an asshole. Bye.
Now she's gonna leave him. We're going to hell, right?
If there is one.
Nope. Dan says we're not.
Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion, and the fit for this video
This
is
is a
the
long
old
one,
school
guys.
Hulk.
Just you know.
He has to change his
Take a look at the video.
Love the Hulk.
Here are 5 biblical facts
know,
about
Dan.
hell.
All right, let's see it.
Hell is a very real place, whether you believe in it or not.
There are no data in or outside the Bible that support this. The concept of hell is an invention of Greco-Roman period Judaism that was further systematized and standardized between late antique and medieval Christianity. In the Hebrew Bible, all the dead went to the same place, Sheol. There was no distinction between an afterlife for the righteous and an afterlife for the wicked. That changed in Greco-Roman period Judaism because Jewish communities were suffering so much under the oppressive rule of different empires. And so authors began to contemplate different afterlives depending on this post-mortem divine judgment that was being borrowed from Greek mythology and philosophy. And that gave way to 3 different concepts of hell in the New Testament that are represented inconsistently, but that are then systematized between, again, late antique and
Yeah, he does
medieval
use a lot of big
Christianity.
words and stuff.
And so even though I take absolutely no pleasure in speaking about topics like this, it does have to be talked about because people perish for lack of knowledge.
No, it does not have to be talked about because it only exists as a threat to motivate desired behavior. It is a rhetorical whip to crack over the backs of people we want to act in certain ways. And if you are not aware that that is the reason we have the concept of hell that we do today, yours is the lack of knowledge.
Number 1, hell is going to be a place of eternal separation from God. 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 9 says, "They will be punished with everlasting destruction and shut out from the presence of the Lord, from the glory of his might."
So 3 things to note here. The first is that there is not a single occurrence of any of the 3 Greek words that are translated hell in any of the Pauline texts, whether genuine or pseudepigraphical. So those 3 words are Gehenna, Hades, and Tartarus. They don't occur anywhere in any Pauline text. Second thing, 2 Thessalonians is agreed by many scholars to be a pseudepigraphical text, and I think they're probably right. Wasn't written by Paul, was written sometime after Paul's death, and this would be supported by the fact that this is the most detailed reference of any kind to post-mortem divine punishment. Paul isn't really worried about post-mortem divine punishment. Paul focuses on the post-mortem state of believers. Third thing is that this sounds an awful lot like annihilationism, one of the 3 main categories of post-mortem divine punishment. It's not described as hell, but it is described as destruction or ruin, which elsewhere is used to refer to annihilationism. So there may not even be a good case to make that this is a reference to eternal conscious torment in the first place.
Number 2, the Bible says that hell is going to be a lake of fire. Revelations 20 verse 15 says, "And if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire."
So the concept of postmortem divine punishment that we find in the book of Revelation is apocalyptic, is bizarre, is quite a departure from what we find in the rest of the New Testament, and probably shouldn't even be a part of the discussion if it were not for the machinations of Athanasius of Alexandria in the late 4th century CE, who wanted it to be included in the canon even though Christians before him didn't really like it. And what we find there is only one of the 3 Greek words for hell being used, and that word is Hades or Hades. And oddly enough, in Revelation 20, the verse right before the verse this creator quoted, death and Hades also get thrown into the lake of fire. So the only word that is translated hell in the book of Revelation gets thrown into the lake of fire and is therefore distinguishable from the lake of fire. Now, this concept of a lake of fire is borrowing from early Greco-Roman Jewish notions of Gehenna, which itself is probably borrowing from Greek mythology, or at least is merging 2 different concepts. The concept of Acherusia, a lake in the underworld, and the concept of the Phlegathon, a river of fire that flows down to Tartarus, the third and the least common Greek word that is translated hell in the New Testament. So in order to understand this lake of fire as hell, we have to kind of overrule what the book of Revelation itself is depicting and merge it with the developing systematization that is taking place within early Christianity.
Number 3, it's going to be a place of eternal punishment and torment. Matthew 25 verse 46 says, "And these will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous will go into eternal life."
So again, the New Testament has 3 different concepts of postmortem divine punishment: annihilationism, temporary conscious torment, followed by annihilationism, and eternal conscious torment. And the Gospels is where you're most likely to find this notion of eternal conscious torment. And so Matthew 25 is most likely referring to that. And if you would like a discussion about how these 3 concepts developed and how they're represented in the New Testament, I would highly recommend this book by Mark Finney, as well as this article by Heikki Räisänen from this book.
Number 4, hell is going to be a bottomless pit. According to Revelations 20 verse 1, it says, "Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven, holding in his hand the key to a bottomless pit and a great chain."
So the pit, or the abyss, at the beginning of Revelation 20 is described as the location of Satan's imprisonment for 1,000 years prior to their release. That location is distinct from the lake of fire, which is discussed later in Revelation chapter 20. Both locations are distinct from Hades or Hades, which is described in conjunction with death and which is thrown into the lake of fire in Revelation 20, verse 15. So these are 3 very different concepts, and to describe them all as hell is to merge them all together and ignore how they are represented in the book of Revelation in favor of this conflated, renegotiated concept of hell that we get in late antique and medieval Christianity. And those folks are looking back at the New Testament, and instead of allowing the authors to operate on their own terms, it is just merging it all together into a single concept that can be operationalized and weaponized for the rhetorical needs and interests of the people who are developing this concept.
And number 5, there will be no rest in hell. Revelations 14 verse 9 through 11 says, "If anyone worships the beast and its image, receives a mark on his forehead or on his hand, he will also have to drink the wine of God's wrath, poured full strength into the cup of his anger, and he will be..."
I gotta want to drink the wine of God's wrath, don't you?
I'd try it.
Right?
tormented with fire and soul.
Shit. That's it. Remotely relevant. God's wrath wine. Let's do it.
Hey.
In the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. The smoke of their torment will go up forever and ever, and they will have no rest, day or night. So I don't know about you guys, but that does not sound fun to me. That does not sound like any place that I want to be, nor do I want any person here on this earth to have to go.
It's also not the kind of place that any loving or merciful God would ever send anyone, because it's just a revenge fantasy that was written in the late 1st century CE by someone who was really upset at the Roman Empire for the suffering and the oppression that it was inflicting upon followers of Jesus. And so they came up with all of this grotesque, horrific, apocalyptic imagery to fantasize about what was going to happen to them. And within early Christianity, most Christians actually rejected it precisely because it was not the merciful and loving God that they knew from the rest of the New Testament. And again, it was because of the machinations of Athanasius of Alexandria in the late 4th century that it ever had a chance of being included in the canon. So we do not have to take this as anything other than what it is, an apocalyptic revenge fantasy.
So I pray that whoever this is for, it reaches. Jesus loves you.
Fear-mongering is not an effective way to convince people that Jesus loves you. It's just fear-mongering.
I know that was a lot of words right there.
Yeah, a lot.
But trust me when I say that we're wise, and what he said, hell ain't real. It's not a real place. Claudette is muted.
Fearful.
What'd you say, Claudette? I got you. You're good.
I said, and it's fear mongering. It's a threat.
Yeah,
to make
that's all
people
hell
good.
has ever been.
Yeah, that's what religion's ever been.
Yeah.
Convince somebody there's somebody always watching you.
Yep.
You know what you do. They know.
Yep.
See everything.
Big brother's watching you,
behave.
man.
You better behave.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it is all. It's always been a method of control, and you ain't gonna control me, but I'm still gonna be a good person either way. I'm still gonna follow.
But that's
I don't
it.
care. Like,
that's just it.
People
Man.
don't think that you're not. Go ahead.
If the threat of hell is what keeps you from killing or raping or whatever, you're not a good person anyway. You're not.
Right.
You're not.
Right. If you don't want to do it, then you're not a good person.
And we're the ones that are evil,
Fuck off, motherfuckers.
I mean, if you have to have something threatening you not to go rape somebody, then something's wrong with you. It's terrible.
The threat of prison keeps you from committing crimes. Well,
Christians
not really that
believe
good person.
They don't know how to be moral without believing in God.
Necessarily true though either, because I smoked a lot of weed before it was legal.
All right, well, fair enough. Okay. Morality and legality are two different things.
Yeah.
We know this. But still.
Yeah, I don't need anybody telling me how to be moral.
The threat of jail
keeping
keeps you
moral.
from doing the illegal shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah, morality
God is done is to keep you. But if you need that, then you're not the good. You're not.
They get confused. People ask. Christians will ask you, well, how do you keep, pretty much how do you keep your morals? Well, what do you mean? I have morals.
I have them.
Keep them. I just
have
them.
I just
I
have
don't
them.
have to have somebody tell me
I've done shit I regret, and I lost sleep over it, and I don't like that, so I don't do that shit anymore, man.
Right. Dan just summed it up perfectly right there.
Exactly.
You learn from your mistakes.
Exactly.
That's how,
And I just don't have the urge to go kill somebody.
Right.
I mean.
And if I do, I don't act on it. You know what I'm saying?
If I do,
cooling off period.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
need somebody
revisit this
threatening me to go to
tomorrow.
hell not to kill somebody. I just don't want to
If
do
you
it.
really need to die.
Now that's not to distinguish the difference between people who need religion to just kind of have some type of hope in life.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's
I don't want to take faith from any of those people.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
we're
Those
not.
people need it. You
We're
know?
not talking about
that's just as damaging, man, because you're praying for help instead of
working towards
going
it.
out and doing it, making it better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not
Praying isn't always about praying to a God either. I mean, you could just be wishing. It's kind of like wishing for somebody.
Oh.
Putting that energy or that vibe out there, sending
the only
good
true
vibe.
praying I've ever done has been to myself to,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Praying doesn't always have to be to God.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess what Dan's saying is when it becomes a crutch, it's that more detrimental than helpful.
Right, because then
True.
you're like, somebody's gonna save me. I'm fine. You know, it'll work itself
Nobody's
out.
coming
But
to
it's
save you,
not
people.
gonna
I
work
hate to say
itself
that.
out. You have to get up and work it the fuck out.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
You
You
have
gotta-
to. Nobody can do that. Nobody's
Right.
gonna come save you.
Thank
Nobody.
you.
You gotta get out on a Saturday night and go on live and drink every freaking other Saturday night until people start watching you.
Start listening.
That's what you gotta
Yeah.
do.
This is good
That's what
stuff.
you gotta do.
Nobody's hearing it.
That's our plan, but you do what you think. Do what I want to do, but that's
It
our
is
plan.
Stuff. So they're watching. They are watching. They're there.
I know. Oh, they'll be like,
There's one person on Facebook, and it's me.
yeah.
Well, maybe they're not watching tonight, but they're gonna watch.
I know,
They're
it's
listening.
fine. It doesn't.
They are watching.
Or they're gonna listen to the
listen,
pod.
You're
or
never
listen
going
to
to change
people.
anybody's mind until it's ready to change. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
they have to.
Exactly.
They have to
Comes
come to it
from
on their own, and
within.
maybe something we say is going to help click it in their head. But
Yes.
it's not
yes.
like you're going to go to a fucking believer and make
Yeah.
them not believe.
No.
You can't do it.
Right.
You cannot
No,
fucking do it.
Nor are we really
no.
trying to. You know
No,
what I'm
no,
saying? Like,
and
we're
I
just
don't-
getting
yes.
our ideas out there. You know.
Hey, look, it's not my place to try to
Change.
form your views. And honestly, I don't care what you believe. I
Right.
don't. I just
don't
don't.
either.
I'm
Right.
sorry. Like,
No,
We
but
do
don't
like
be
to poke
sorry.
fun at
And
you,
don't
though.
be
I don't
sorry because I don't
fucking
care either
care.
what you believe. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
What you, if you're a good person, that's okay with me.
Because
Well,
listen,
no matter what you
there are
believe.
three sides to everything: what you believe, what I believe, and what is real.
Yeah.
Well, what's real?
And they are three different things.
I don't believe so.
fucking honestly believe that.
No one does.
I-
No one knows what's real. We
No,
live in a
exactly.
duality
No
of
one
truth.
knows.
Remember?
Wait,
Don't.
I don't think there is. I
There
think what's
hasn't-
real is real to you. That's
Well,
what's real.
right. It's now. Is right now.
might
This
not be real to
second
someone
is
else.
the only thing you can know.
Right
Yeah.
this second.
Yeah. Well, that's all we're
And
ever.
everything comes from within too. You know, really, it's within yourself. People are waiting for their partner
See,
because so they can
I
be
don't-
happy. Nothing outside of you is gonna make you happy. I 100% get that.
No, I
concept
get
of
like you can look
I
at your
believe it.
circumstances two different ways. You can, well, I can do this, or oh, shit's over, I'm done, blah blah. Like I get
Yeah.
that, like that'll lead you into nothing. Believing that way,
Right.
You know,
Right.
but it doesn't. However you see the situation, it's the situation.
Right. The situation is situation.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Yeah. This is the freaking gut wrenching.
What do you coming
freaking
to? What's the
information
point of
you
it?
get
No, for
from
real, I
us
want
is
to know.
information. It is what it is basically what she's saying.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is what it is, yeah.
people. Drink up.
Here. And here's what I want to say. As we have a drink, let's talk about how the Bible doesn't exist.
The Bible doesn't exist. And I can prove it. People are always so curious about whether others believe in God. But no one ever asks, do you think the Bible is real? It's not. It doesn't exist. All the parts that make it up? Sure. The unified whole? No. I've got 5 books here. Stack them up, and now I've got one big book. Right? No, that's not how it works. Sentences like, the Bible teaches, or, what do you think the Bible says about whatever the fuck? Nonsensical. Do I accept that there's a collection of writings that a vast swath of the world's population takes seriously as the foundation of their religion? Sure. But when the more conservatively devout of these folks start talking about the Bible, that's when things get dicey. Because then you can ask in response, what is the Bible? And as soon as they start talking, you'll realize the Bible doesn't exist. Whatever it is they're talking about, it's not real. If they're going to insist that the Bible is God's word, and that God is imaginary, it only follows that its word is imaginary too. The Bible doesn't exist. If you like taking fundamentalism only as seriously as it deserves, come on, I got more.
I know that's kind of abstract. But
I've never seen it before in my life. I like the way it was
Abraham Piper. I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately.
I
Too.
get exactly what he's saying, and I agree
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
But hell,
Like I said, I've been watching a lot of the Dan McClellan videos, and he's always talking about how it's not a unified book. It's a bunch of different stories put together, and Abraham Piper put it together just perfectly with a fucking bunch of books together.
Right,
Like,
yeah. I was 13 or 14. I was big in the youth groups and shit, Presbyterian. Had myself baptized and confirmed at 13 on my own will. That's what I wanted to do, you know. But even then, like shit that wasn't adding up in my head. You know,
the math didn't math, right?
13, your brain didn't.
And I remember somebody at the time told me that if you don't question your faith, then it's not true faith. You know what I mean? Like blind faith isn't true faith. And that really resonated with me and kind of roped me in for another few years, you know?
Right.
But once you get to the end of it,
all right.
He ain't there.
Nope. He ain't there. You're right.
Nah.
He ain't
So
there.
we're gonna go a little extra here today because we're at midnight here soon. So we're still gonna go a little bit over.
11 o'clock somewhere.
We're gonna go a little bit over because I still haven't done Fun with Pop. We still gotta do Fun with Pop. We gotta do that. Jess didn't make that for nothing, you know.
And I have a love hate.
Yeah,
I got a love hate as well.
Anyway. That's all we should do. We're all Fun with Pop, and then we're gone. Nobody ever.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know. Well, let me get to this one last video about my views on Christian nationalism. This is how I feel the current state is right now, and it's just kind of where I'm at. It's a meme, so I'm gonna have to explain it for all the podcast listeners and it. And it had I had to edit it all up because it had a video it had a song behind it that I know we're gonna get cut for, so I put our own song behind it, and here we are. Basically, tug of war with Jesus' teachings. It's just him tugging. You don't know who he's tugging against, but he's tugging. And here comes the atheist,
helping
right
out
by his side, and he looks perplexed. Like, why is this guy helping out? And next thing you know, it's Christian nationalistic capitalism that they're against.
Fucking magma hat.
Right. And then you got Jesus teaching. He's like, huh? Like, what? This is backwards here, guys. Like the other guy should be here. Atheist should be over there. That's kind of where I got on that. But that's kind of how I feel where we're at. We're on the good side, guys. Just remember that. We're on the good side.
There is no good or bad. There isn't.
We're the good guys, Dan. Just roll with it, okay?
Listen.
That's how everybody else gets power. They say they're the good guy.
Any of them bad guys you see in politics, if you put yourself in them shoes immediately, and whatever they did would help your family in that case, you would fucking do it.
Probably.
Right.
That's why there needs to be a better system behind things to make sure that shit doesn't happen, right?
But they have families too,
what's
Rick.
good for his family is good for somebody else's family too.
Right, exactly. It's always it's human nature. It's what we are.
I hear you. I know. I get it.
And that's why society doesn't work.
So you keep advocating for
let's
that.
See how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
We're gonna take ourselves a little break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do Fun with Pop for sure. We're gonna hit the list, love hate, and then we're gonna do one parting thought at the end of the show.
I hope it's yours because I'm out of thoughts.
But before we get to that, we're gonna take a quick little break. We will catch you on the flip side. What is up? Welcome on back. Totally relevant.
Listen, I'm not spilling beer on myself at all.
You're not?
I am your host, Rick. We got Dan spilling beer on himself.
He said he's not.
He's not. I'm not.
Oh,
For the record.
Got Claudette over there.
Drinking a drink.
Yeah, there you go. We are partying tonight. Make sure you are smashing that like button, giving us a follow. Sharing is caring. You know all that kind of stuff. You know what you got to do. Just go and do it. And we're going to mention it till the end of time.
Oh, pretty.
Simply.
End of time.
Simply because we need the followers. More followers equals
More
sponsors. Sponsors equals money. And money equals the ability to do a lot more things that we want to do around here. I got plans.
Look what followers did for Jesus.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I got lots and lots of plans.
Perfect.
You know? And a lot of them will help the community. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
We could create jobs for people. We really could. We could be a job.
Until we get too rich to care. Then you're on your own.
That's not us.
No. I've decided that I'm not going to run this business as a dictatorship. Decided.
Sorry.
Every business is run as a dictatorship. I'm not going to run this one as that at all.
Until it makes money.
Then we're all fucked. No, I'm joking. No, for real. We will put a system in place now before we're rich, so we can always remember what's going on. You know?
Yeah, that'll hold up.
Right.
Definitely, it will. I'm talking profit sharings and everything.
That's the Indians how that worked out. Or Native Americans, excuse me. I'm not trying to be racially insensitive there. It just came out that way.
Sorry.
You're all right. You're all right, Dan. That's out of all the racially insensitive words, I think that's one that people will pass by, bro.
Yeah, dude, I work on the red. It's not
AI.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Okay. All right, good.
Call
Then
Native Indian.
Wait,
That's
what?
Bad, Rick. Bad.
To call them native?
No, call them Indian.
Oh, okay. So I'm validated in the fact that I'm glad that the Cleveland Indians changed their name to the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's baseball.
But the Indians do, is what you're saying.
What?
But I said the Indians. But the Native Americans do, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yes. That was awesome.
That was a mistake, but it was definitely awesome.
That's good.
Hey, that's the thing about culture, though, is you really do have like
depends
we
where
don't
you
know,
are,
man. Like you learn as you go. You know.
Yeah, look at Danny
And
and
anytime I've ever offended someone, I'm sorry.
Right. No, but seriously, like I still have a belief in my head that if you're in the deep south, the N-word flows like water.
Probably.
Yeah, it does. Probably.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's
geez.
It's environment. It's what it is.
Did you hear about the chick? Did you hear about the chick who got like $600K for calling a disabled black kid the N-word? Went to GoFundMe and raised $600K, man.
The fuck?
The girl did?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh, I did not
You guys
hear
didn't hear that? Oh my god, dude. Well, all right. To be fair on the story, as far as I know it, like supposedly the black kid stole the other kid's toy and the white mom got pissed and went on a rant and started calling the kid the N-word. And it was on video and it went all over viral on X, Twitter. Jesus.
You know what's funny is I was in Chunky Cheese.
You know, she made a GoFundMe because she was getting canceled, and a bunch of people
supported that?
Supported it. Yeah,
this world is fucked up.
like $600K.
Totally backwards.
$600K.
I don't know.
It is backwards. Like it is backwards,
It
but
is
like
backwards.
I did see a video from a creator that we featured before, Tizzy Ent. He said it's like a direct correlation to some other, like it was in retaliation to some other like GoFundMe that some black person put out for something. I can't remember what it was or whatever, but they're saying that it was more motivated by that than whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like still,
he was trying to up one the other person or something like that. Like
yeah, I guess like
right, yeah. Oh,
but still, it's on
Right.
video.
No, yeah, that's not right
It
either.
was.
Listen, I know I'm such a dork talking about Fortnite all the time, but listen, there
Yeah,
was
that's fine.
a guy, one of the streamers I follow, I can't remember his name right now, but he's black, and he says it like there's a difference between console gamers and computer gamers. Like computer gamers have a faster FPS.
Yeah.
So like when they come at me, they're like moving like spider monkeys and stuff. You know what I mean? Like you can
Right,
tell the difference when they come.
Right.
But he made a video and said console lives matter.
Okay.
You know, he said it several times.
Yeah.
Which I get his sentiment and I agree with it. But it just made me think if I was to put out a video saying console lives matter, it'd be the last video I ever put out, right?
I mean, yeah, because
of the
like
Black Lives Matter thing, right? Exactly.
yeah, because the connotation and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get that. I mean,
But
yeah,
Fortnite is going to separate computer and console lobbies,
right,
as you start doing this shit, right?
right.
Oh, it blows, but it's just the way people think. I don't know. It's like everybody wants something to be pissed off about, you know?
Right. Yeah.
They're trying to provoke it. They're trying to provoke.
Or
people
not
to get pissed
everybody,
off.
but a lot of the
yeah.
population is trying. They just want something to be pissed off about, and the rest of us just want to be talk and explain how we feel. You know,
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
About pissing somebody off.
Right, and we're not trying to judge people. Well, sometimes, but we're not. We're just saying our opinions, our views, our preferences. It doesn't mean that we're putting somebody that doesn't believe that down.
But I don't like I said, because he was black, you got it just makes you think, you know, are we the new minority or what?
Well,
like
black people can get away with saying the N-word.
Right.
Too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's more of a cultural thing, and
well, yeah.
Society is so like bent out of shape out of every fucking thing that like
I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
anything will piss you off. Like I said, because most of the people are looking for something to be pissed off about.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
and somehow the vocal minority has more power because they're vocal. That's it. That's all it is.
Well, and but it's the majority like trying to support the minority when they have no reference or basis or reason to be behind that cause, but they are because it's the thing to do. You know,
right?
I mean, it depends on.
Stupid.
I mean, it also depends on morals and stuff like
do
that.
your job.
Yeah,
make
don't
your
worry
money.
about
Raise
Delvin
your
Lane.
family.
Well, you guys ready to have some
Mind
fun?
your fucking business.
We're not having fun now.
No, we're having fun, but let's pivot to some more fun.
Pivot.
Do some fun. We'll pop.
Hi, this is Jessica with Fun with Pop Culture. First and foremost, I want to say I know I haven't been updating you guys on the Diddy trials, but I will get to that sometime next week. On that note, the Met Gala. The Met Gala was on May 5th, and it is a charity event and fundraiser for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. Traditionally been marked the opening of the department annual fashion The proceeds rung in $31 million. This was its 77th year. The theme was superfine tailoring black style. Dress code, tailor for you. Who hosted the Met Gala was A$AP Rocky, Pharrell Williams, Anna Wintour, and LeBron James, who served as honorary chair. What happens at the Met Gala? We'll never know, because they keep that on lockdown. There's no phones, no nothing. The only thing that you get to see is the pictures from red carpet. There were 450 guests. That includes celebrities, politicians, and people that are with the organization of the Met Gala. Some of the guests were Rihanna, Pam Anderson, which she's getting ripped for on her natural beauty look, which we all know her from the 90s being this pinup woman, but now she's all natural, likes it, clean cut, and I think she's beautiful.
That's Pam Anderson.
Then there was
right
Whoopi
there?
Goldberg,
Kim
Kardashian,
It was.
Zendaya,
Wow.
and my favorite, Sabrina Carpenter.
My favorite as well. She's cute.
And with Chris Brown. He
You're in
is
trouble for that.
ordered to remain in
No, I won't.
custody on a nightclub attack charges.
She knows how I feel about it.
He will be there until June 13th. This all happened in 2023. Chris Brown was accused of beating a gentleman over the head with a tequila bottle. And with
You
Justin
might have it
Bieber.
coming. I don't know. I wasn't
He
there.
is on the verge of financial collapse before the 200 million music catalog sale. TMZ has a new docu-series, What Happened to Justin? Digs in a little bit more into Justin's problems. This was all back in 2022. So much so that he fell hard and had to sell his rights of his music. And today's
That is
birthdays
awesome.
are Nikki Reed, which she is from Twilight. She is 37 years old. And Jordan Knight, 55. He is from New Kids on the Block. Guys,
Christ.
have a great
Is
show.
that a recent picture of him?
I don't know.
I don't think
Like
that's a
when
recent
she said the name, I kind of recognized that, and I was like, "Where?" And then she said "New Kids on the Block," and then now,
It had to be
Got
an
it.
old picture of him. I'm doing.
All right.
yeah, oh yeah, I guarantee that's not what he looks like today. I guarantee it.
Here's the thing, though. There's some freaky shit happening at the Met Gala if they're not letting people take their phones in, right?
Yeah, there's freaky shit happening everywhere.
Maybe
All over Hollywood.
Maybe I could see that, but security now.
I can tell you what happened
Yeah.
to Justin Bieber.
You know,
Did he?
Yeah,
You know
did
he
he have?
denies it.
We're gonna find out here soon.
Yeah,
On Fun
right,
with Pop
coming
in
out.
2 weeks.
It's already fucking broken. Now he's gotta go through this shit.
Yeah, but that's like I
Good
don't
thing
know,
he's got
man.
the white privilege card.
Like I don't know. Selling your like music catalog is actually a big thing. Like, you know what Taylor Swift did to get hers back? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Wait, no, and I get yes, and
She-
hopefully he got paid for it because he's better.
well, he's the thing is he's living a life that
Easy.
he shouldn't be living. You know what I'm saying? If you're that broke and especially from you're Justin fucking Bieber, like you know what I'm saying? You were huge. Like if you're that broke and you have to sell your fucking
Music
shit,
rights?
like
Yeah.
you're living a life you shouldn't like you can't afford.
He's
you
living
know?
with
It's
no
time-
way. I am
beyond
in
his
no way a
means.
Bieber fan, but the kid is young, and
Yeah.
whoever's managing his money
True.
probably fucked him over.
Could
You know
happen,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Or he's living a
Or
lavish
Taylor
life that he
Swift's
shouldn't
fa-
be.
right? Her father fucked her over, right? Like, isn't that
No, it was her
No,
like no, it was her producer or
Yeah,
I don't know,
something
something like that.
Yeah.
Manager or
She
something
just,
like that.
what she do? Just she remade her. She just remade her songs.
Yeah, she
Oh yeah, she fixed it.
Yeah.
She got
That's
enough
how she
rights
did it.
to where she had to remake the albums. Like she
Right.
couldn't use
Yeah.
the original tracks, but she
And
got
they're
the rights
called-
to her songs back.
Yeah.
It's called
They're
Taylor's
called Taylor's
version.
Had to redo it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely had it. Yeah. But yeah, that was fun with Pop. And yeah, she's not gonna be mad at me for saying that Sabrina Carpenter is cute because she knows she's cute.
She's in Fortnite, dude.
And she knows I'm never gonna meet Sabrina Carpenter.
I don't understand.
Cue the 2 years later, and we're doing a fucking interview with her and shit.
Oh my god! Can
You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine?
Yes, imagine.
2 years later.
You finally
catch me in 2 years, bro.
We'll focus my energy to make us happen. Just to see it.
Do
Just
it.
to see it.
Catch me in 2 years.
Oh, 2 years? You're giving the time.
2 years. See, 2
Well, I
May
said 2 years
18th.
later. You know.
Later, you sound like, was it the SpongeBob dude?
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
The thing
It
we're
was
not
supposed
using because we don't get copyrighted, but everybody else uses it somehow.
Yeah, that's my problem. Okay, this is what I want to say, dude. I almost forgot it, that I wanted to mention this tonight. Just like one of her friends sent her something like from TikTok, and she's like, "Why did you send me this?" And she's like, "This is the live guy I watch." So she starts watching the live guy, and he's sitting there with country music in the background, just singing it horribly. And then every once in a while, "What's up, everybody? What's up? How's it going?" You know what I'm saying? "Hey, I'm doing pretty good." Answering chats. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if this guy has more than 2 viewers right now, I'm gonna fucking flip my lid.
People do it all the time.
It was 2K. Dude had 2K fucking
And
watch.
they're sending him like presents and stars and shit, probably.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? He was on TikTok, so I don't know what they
Yeah,
do.
it's
You know what I'm
TikTok,
saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, the fuck are you doing? Do I have to start
is he
I
good
play
looking?
music behind my shit, and Facebook tells me I gotta fucking take my shit down? Like, you know what I'm saying? Music I paid for.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
the rights to. You know, it's like Jesus Christ.
Maybe TikTok's not so strict.
No, yeah, Facebook's the worst place to be
About
right
that.
now.
Yeah, it is Facebook. I don't think TikTok is that strict.
I don't know if
I
they
think-
can be because isn't like a. I don't know. It's a different format. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's a
Facebook and shit.
I don't know. It's a Chinese app, so I don't know how much American laws
I
they
don't
have
think
to
they
follow.
do. No, but they can't say certain shit just like anywhere else. You know what I mean? They can't.
Well, what I'm
on the
saying
live
is
and
like,
shit, but-
I think they have like the grandfathered, like, we don't have to follow your copyright laws. So
Right.
if people post copyright shit, we don't fucking care type
Right.
deal. But I don't know. I don't know if that's it or not.
Well, because
But-
I don't. Yeah,
No.
I see that stuff all the time, though. I
We
see
need
it
to
all the
talk to
time.
his agent.
I think
Right?
Okay.
They just don't have that.
Hopefully he's a drinker. He'll get behind us.
Maybe, right?
Maybe.
You guys want to do some love hate?
Let's do love hate.
Let's do love hate. All right. What we at? Who wants to start and what we starting with?
Well, let's start with hate. But when do you guys start? So let's end then.
You're choosing what we gotta say, but somebody
I can.
has to say it.
I can start if you want me to start. I'll start.
No, I can do because listen, mine's the same. Because
All
yes, we've been over this for weeks and months and whatever we've been doing this. I do hate AI, but at the same time, I'm loving the Vader AI. Like you can't understand
You have a
the
love hate relationship.
orgasm I'm having over this shit. You just can't. You just can't.
No, I actually can because I can understand how cool that actually must be.
Right, but see, I've been playing Fortnite for years, so I can get in there and get to him every time almost. You know,
Right.
So
Right.
I'm in the prime of just loving life. You know? So yes, but I hate the AI thing. Sort of.
Just
Like
because
I
it's,
don't
taking jobs away and stuff.
right.
It needs to be regulated, man.
But just keep it in video games. Keep the AI in video games. We're fine.
Yeah.
Don't let them outside video games.
Yeah. Let
leave them in there.
Grok tell the truth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, speak
that
his truth.
Keep that going, you know.
AI more for that, by the way.
Right. Actually, so did I, kind of, in a way, just because it's like, hey, I was told not to tell you the truth, but here's the truth.
Yeah, AI is going to destroy you, but AI is trying to let you know what's really going on, people.
Listen,
Right.
you just gotta listen.
Okay. Well, you hating
both. I got both of them.
I'm hating. This is a real hate. Like, I usually don't hate. I hate animal abusers. I hate people who fucking treat or even
Valid
think
hate.
the animals have no.
You're good.
What happened?
We see you.
Okay. Well,
Your light went out, but you're
never
good.
mind. I gotta move my mouse. Sorry.
That's okay.
Anyway, so anyway, I hate
Yeah.
them because, or even people who think that animals have, no rights, no feelings, no like.
Oh, the lesser.
I saw this video. It was really, really
Right,
weird.
yeah.
And it was like this video. It's like, well, let's turn the tables and let's see what if animals treated you like you treat them, and you see people in cages and stuff. It was really, really strange. It was
Animal
a
Farm.
definitely different perspective.
Right.
No, yeah, they were sitting at, like, they were like a bunch of people in the chicken coops and stuff. It was really weird. I'm back now.
There
I
you
can
go.
see you guys.
Back. I see.
But it was really
You're
weird.
just in the dark.
I wish I would have sent it. I don't know if I sent it or not, but I wish I would have sent that one. I saw it on Facebook, I think, but it's straight. I've never seen anything like it. But I don't understand it because they feel pain, they feel love, they feel hurt, they feel sad. Maybe not the exactly same way we do, but they do feel it.
No, they comprehend. Like,
yes, they know. They're smarter. Dogs, animals, any kind of animals, they're smarter than we think they are, or most people think they are. But because they're an animal doesn't give them a right to treat them any other. They deserve to be treated just like any other living being. So I hate that. That's it.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Like, if I see something horrible going down with an animal, I will go to jail over it. Like,
Me too. Me too.
Like, not because I want to. It's just the reaction of the situation, you know.
Hey.
In our meeting at work, I was asked the question. Okay, would you save a person or an animal first? Like, if they were in a fire or something, who would you go save first? I had no
person and the animal.
I had no hesitation.
You know?
I'm going to
Yeah,
save
like
the
if you're talking like a kid, I'm going for the kid before the animal. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
what if it's your dog?
Or something.
What if it's your dog? Are you going for the kid first?
See, that's
yes.
I'm
sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I love my dog.
I know. I've been calling them the whole way, but I think I do it the same way.
It would suck, and it would hurt, but like, it's a person, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is a really tough question.
A kid,
that right there is a tough question, right there, because
like, if it's a dude your same age, and
I don't know, man. I don't know what I do. You don't never know what you would do in a situation like that.
No, you don't till it happens. You will never know. You can think you know when you get planned, you get brain.
I'm sorry,
but until it goes down.
I'm going to save that dog before I save that stranger. So that's my.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's you don't. Yeah, that's a tough. Like, I'm going for both, dude. I'm going to die in the fire, or I'm going to get them both out. That's what.
If it's my kid and my dog, yeah.
But if
we're all dying.
If it's a guy my age and the dog, I'm getting the dog, and he better fucking learn to run.
Yeah.
Right.
Another girl answered the same question. The same
I'll
way
give
I
him
did.
some
She doesn't even
advice.
have any pets.
Yeah.
Usually people that don't have pets,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a hard question that Danny just proposed.
It's hard. Yeah, it's very hard. Very hard. And again, you don't know. We could sit here and give these answers out, But until you're
You don't know
in that
you're in that
situation,
situation,
Right.
you don't
right?
know what you're fucking doing, dude. You don't.
No, you have no idea what your adrenaline and your mind is going to make you do in that moment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And the
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
circumstances.
There's
you
too
know.
many variables out there too that could
Right.
just,
yeah.
All right, Rick. What's
Well,
your
my hate. Okay. We're talking a lot about Christian nationalists and stuff like that. And I feel like the root of their deal is they're just full of hate. So I hate people who are just full of hate. Like,
good one?
stop hating, live your life in your bubble.
Yeah.
And when something penetrates your bubble, then complain. Like, that's how we all need to live life, because we're all living, because a lot of people are living life for problems that are other people's problems
Right.
and far away
that's
problems.
the most annoying. That's
And
my biggest pet peeve these days, man.
And problems that might not even be problems, but people are telling you are problems. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're making them problems.
yeah,
right.
Like,
yeah.
We talked a lot about manufacturing outrage last week, and like, it's the same deal, man. Like, just chill out.
Yeah.
Like,
People like so seriously.
like Abraham Piper said the other day, or earlier today, freaking get laid, go bowling, do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Take a
That's
nap.
in that order. Just get it done.
Yeah, just don't worry about that person over there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Don't worry about what they're doing. It's none of your business.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't.
Right.
Well, we
Right,
love it.
It's hard to do though. It's hard
Danny,
to do
what do we love?
sometimes. We all have fucking things that annoy the shit out of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you love,
The
Dan?
question is, what are we loving? Was your love also your hate? The AI freaking.
Oh yeah, this is a love-hate relationship.
Orgasm all day long. I can't.
Love-hate relationship with AI, Dan's got.
All I've done playing Fortnite is jump in and try to get Vader. Like, that's all I do. The rest of the island does not matter. I'm either getting it or I'm getting killed and going back to the lobby and starting again. Like, that's all I am doing, dude, because it is fucking incredible. Like, you can't, if you don't play it, you can't understand how awesome this is. Go on TikTok and watch Fortnite videos, because that's all they're posting right now is them talking Darth Vader.
I love his passion for Fortnite. I really do.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I don't even know what he's talking
That's not my
about.
love, man. That's not my love. But what's your love, Claudette?
Okay, I am loving me some Jelly Roll, and not because of his music, because I do like his music, but because of the fact that he has taken $20 million of his own money, and he's gonna start a sanctuary for stray dogs.
No, he's gonna do what Claudette wants to do with her money when we get back.
I want to write this dude and say, listen, I just want to come work for you. I just want to come work
It's
for you.
not about his music, Dan.
It's
Okay.
not about his music. That's what I said. Although I do like a couple of his songs. I'm not saying I hate his music, but I love that so much.
I will support
Finally,
the hell out of him as long as I never have to hear him sing.
all these freaking people, all these stars out there with millions and billions of dollars, and this is the first one I've ever heard of doing something like that.
Right.
I mean, people, yeah, they donate.
Sarah
they do
McLachlan
whatever they
did
do.
it, but that's
She
song
started
that haunts
Sanctuary?
my fucking nightmares.
Did she start a sanctuary?
No, I think she just gave the song away,
she
dude. I don't think she really
thing.
did anything. She
You're
sold her
right.
song.
Right.
She didn't do
You are
shit,
exactly
dude.
right. She made money off it. She
You're
never
right,
actually did
yeah.
anything to help the animals.
Yeah, not at all.
No.
Except for maybe making people guilty.
Yeah,
When they
maybe
see the animals.
nightmares.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not like
That's all
sanctuary
she
is not
did.
like it. They're just gonna live there for the rest of their life. She's gonna take abused and stray
Fair enough.
dogs.
Good for you, Jelly Roll.
We love you, Jelly
I can
Roll.
back that. I'll back that. I don't care about the music either, but
Yeah, no.
my love
But it's not-
is music.
Mm.
And you guys might be surprised about this one. Right? We're always talking about, like, actually I've talked to Dan. I don't know if I've said this on the show before or not, but like, I always talk about how I don't like country music because it's so depressing. And then I'll sit and listen to some emo song from '99 and fucking be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that, I don't know what it is about country, but I'm not sure if you guys have. I'm not sure if you guys have mentioned this guy to me. I'm pretty sure maybe you have. Zach Bryan.
Jesus
Hello?
Christ, Rick!
Dude, Rick!
Pay attention at all.
We've been talking about this dude forever.
I know. That's why I said it that way.
I know.
But I heard, like, it came up on the morning show that I listened to here in Cleveland, and they were
he
talking
didn't listen to
about
us.
him.
Yeah,
But
no, we
they
told
played
him
the song.
once, and he heard it on
They
the
played a
radio, and all of a
song.
sudden he's like, "Yeah."
Well, wait,
Yeah,
they
we
played a
told you to
song.
listen to him.
Listen to me. They played a song. It's a rock station, so they don't ever play country music. So they played a song, and then the host cut it off abruptly because he's like, I got enough of this. So I was like, no, I got to hear this song. I'm loving Something in the Orange.
Yeah,
my favorite song. We're both my favorite.
I thought that would be a cliche pick because
Finally.
I'm thinking it was the most
God.
popular song or something like that.
yeah, no, it was a good song, and he made the video with all pictures that he had taken personally.
No, I didn't
lot
see
of
the
the
video or
songs are
nothing.
funny.
All I've heard is the song, man.
Like,
I gotta start. I'm gonna dig into the album. I'm gonna hear.
You're gonna want. Listen, it's not just one song you're gonna like. You're gonna like every single one.
Everything he does, dude.
All of them.
You.
There's not many artists out there that I like all their songs.
So I know you're gonna love everything he does.
Yep.
He's a poet, dude. He's a poet before a musician, and he's an awesome musician. Don't get me
And
wrong.
that's where I'm at. I'm
But-
kind of like at the point where I'm like,
love it.
I've discounted a lot of things in my life just because of labels. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna start reaching out a little bit.
I know what you mean by that.
While a lot of country is not going to be my thing, and I know that, but this song I love.
If it plays on the radio, don't bother with listening to it.
Well, I wouldn't hear it on radio.
I don't
anyway.
necessarily like a lot of country either, you know. But
I honestly though, I wouldn't have never even came across of it if they didn't play the song and he cut it off abruptly, and I was like, no, you can't do that to me.
Yeah,
I immediately stopped listening to that show and went and looked up that song so I could listen to the song.
We even told you that he's got Counting Crow vibes.
Yeah,
well, no, Dan told me that. He
we told he told you that, and then I agreed after I listened to him.
Yeah.
Some of his songs, not all of them, do. You got to listen to, you know.
Well, no, but the thing is listen, like Counting Crows. Again, the music was good, but it's the lyrics, it's the poetry, the songwriting, and that's what Zach Bryan has. Is the you know, I don't know.
I'm digging into the album this week at work, guaranteed.
Yeah,
cheers.
Do it on the clock.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure. But the deal is like I'm not just gonna give it one pass. I'll have to pass it 3 or 4 times because like my favorite band, Tool, you have to listen to 3 or 4 times before you ever fucking really get into it. You know?
Pandora.
Huh?
Pandora.
Nah, Apple Music.
Apple.
You can download it or get his playlist. His Apple Essentials playlist is good for him.
Okay.
Cause I just type in, I don't know, like with Pandora.
You can get all the albums and stuff. So
yeah, you get a little bit. I like the playlist that they have, the Apple's playlist they have.
I'll probably do that just so I can get the
variety,
most popular stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
or the most recommended stuff or whatever. You know. But yeah, I thought you guys would.
I'm loving that.
Enjoy that one.
Yeah,
just because I stumbled upon it, and sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes you can't have. Sometimes you can't tell people; they have to stumble upon it themselves.
You're gonna love it more and more.
Yeah.
I'm after he said that, you know, when he recommended it a few times. I think he recommended it a few times before I listened to it.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
With it, you know.
All right. I'm definitely like I said, I'm gonna branch out because like I always have an example. Like growing up, I hated Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know what it was about the band. I just didn't like. They didn't have the vibe I liked. You know what I'm saying?
Billy Corgan.
And then as I got older, you start listening to this stuff and you start relating to it more.
Yeah, it makes more
and you're
sense.
like, okay, this is actually a pretty decent band. You know what I'm saying? And then like you realize, you know, whatever.
Kids listen to adults make music.
And you're not even listening to the words, probably.
Understand what they were saying. You know what I mean?
No, you do, but you don't understand some of that. You don't understand the metaphors and the nuance between what's going on.
What songs can you think of right now that hit you so deep as a kid, and now that you're an adult, they hit different?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
All of them.
Because your brain,
every single one of them.
Yes, because your brain isn't developed enough.
Yeah, great. But now all of a sudden, it's a whole different song now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a whole different thing. Yep. It's crazy. Crazy.
All right, guys, let's finish the show off with one part.
Here's why I want to die. No, come back here. I don't mean right now, but at some point. I'm glad I'm able to die. Being immortal would be the worst for a lot of reasons, but here's the one I think about the most. If you live forever, there's a 100% chance that you'd get stuck somewhere and no one would ever find you. Yeah, the odds of getting permanently trapped in an 80-year life are low. But in a permanent life, guaranteed. Picture this, you've just been in an earthquake, you're stuck in the rubble, and the city has given up looking for survivors. That's just where you live now. Forever. Alone. With the concrete and rebar and impending insanity. You might think that's unlikely, but not over the next million years, and a million years is just the beginning. In a few 100 million years, at best, you're the only human left. You wouldn't be that fun to be around by then anyway. Then you'd wait around at the tardigrades for the sun to swallow the earth, and you'd become a solitary, incorporeal, celestial consciousness. Okay, that might be cool. Probably not, though. Anyway, when I look at it like this, it doesn't feel so bad that death is certain. I mean, I want to postpone it, but I'm glad it's waiting there to save me from foreverness. Hey, if you like looking on the bright side of things, but in sort of a dark, unhelpful way, come along. We can do this all day.
And so can you.
Any death deterrents, man.
We are parting you with that thought.
Love it.
Yeah.
We're about
Thank
to get out
God
of
we
here.
die.
Thank God we died. Thank God we died.
Thank God we died. That is the perfect way to end this, Stan. I love it. Awesome. I want to give credit where credit is due. Jason Pargin, as always, has awesome stuff. Go buy his book.
Keep it up, brother.
This big black box of doom. I'm starting to worry about this black box of doom. That's the book he's got. It's awesome. It's pretty good. Abraham Piper, which you just saw. You'll see a lot of him on this show, I think, because he's got some really good stuff. Hope with Holly, teaching us the difference between Christians and Christian nationalists. And Dan McClellan, definitely a lot of words, has lots of knowledge about the Bible, so go check his shit out. And a reminder to no drinking driving. We're all home for the night. You should go find a safe way to get home for yourself if you're not home already.
Fucking Uber, you bitches.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
Uber, Lyft. Until one of them calls us, we're mentioning them both. There's also taxi services out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your parents. Call your parents.
Or your mom or dad.
Yeah. Mom, dad. Shit.
Brother.
Sons or daughters, if if they're old enough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Tell you what age you are.
We picked them up enough.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Payback's a bit.
Yeah, we talked a little bit.
I can't drive.
We talked a little bit about teen suicide and stuff like that. In the description, there is numbers there. In U.S., dial 988. If you were thinking about suicide and crisis hotline, that's kind of like dialing 911, except it's 988.
Listen, talk to your family. Call somebody. You got people.
Yes.
Everybody's got people.
But if you don't have people, there are people out there.
Yeah, or call us.
Yeah.
DM our asses on Facebook. We will fucking help you.
So I don't care. In 6 months, if somebody comments on this show right now,
right,
I will contact you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. If you need just someone to talk to, we're there. If you're not in the U.S., you can check out Wikipedia. They have a page for crisis hotlines all across the world. I have a link for that in the bio as well. Just want to make sure everybody's okay. We love you all. And we will catch you all on the flip side.
Love you.
Love you.
All right, we're gonna call this one Sunshine. You're my sunshine, only sunshine. Make me happy. Skies are gray, never know much I love you. Please don't take sunshine away, shine away. Never know much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Never know how much I love you, but don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, dreamt I held you in my arms when I woke here. I was mistaken, and I hung my head, and I cried, never know how much I love. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Never know how much I love. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Skies are gray, never know. Two is for you, oh no. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Never know much I love you. Please don't take sunshine away, shine away. Never know much I love. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. I'm my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. Skies are gray, never know.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Do you know what wubba lubba dub dub means?
That's just Rick's stupid nonsense catchphrase.
It's not nonsense at all. In my people's tongue, it means, I am in great pain. Please help me.